Welcome back, everybody, to week 6 of League Play in the Nace Star League. As always, I am Nurse, and I am joined by my good friend, the illustrious Maximus on the other side of things. How are you doing this week, Maximus?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. Spring is starting to get in the air. It's starting to get a little bit warmer. With that, we got some more good Smash Brothers coming your way. And this week, we got Ole Miss versus Loyola New Orleans. And then in the second matchup coming up later, we got Central Washington University and North Dakota State University. And
Absolutely.
It's looking good.
It's gonna be an exciting one today. And honestly, if you guys are in that University of Mississippi area, keep your eyes peeled, because they actually have a Stay Plugged In recruiting event from April 15th to 16th with Smash as a featured game. So if you guys are in that University of Mississippi area, there's no better time to get into Smash, and maybe you'll be up on the screen next time we see you guys.
Yeah, just go check that out at the Ole Miss University. But yes, like you said, coming up first, Ole Miss. We got Loyola on the side of Ole Miss. We got a 2-2 matchup versus a 3-2 matchup. So Ole Miss trying to, even things up a bit here, and Loyola University trying to get things rolling along. We got Scrafty, Hero Milkshakes, Arla Wolves, and Spazzy on the side of Ole Miss, and then Kmart, Redigo, Booski, and Jeep for Loyola New Orleans.
Yeah, and I actually had the privilege of watching Loyola last season, and they looked pretty good. I think they came out on top of the crew battle that I actually saw them play in. And so as far as my knowledge of these players, I'm familiar with the Loyola guys, and I know what they can do. So Ole Miss is going to need to put up a pretty strong performance if they're going to want to even out that record. And now that we're at this kind of 2-3 or 3-2 mark of the season, it's really time for these teams, especially with the kind of mid-range records, to start pulling ahead for playoffs.
Yeah, this is where seasons are made and broken, and we're going to get right into this first matchup right here. Arla Wolves versus Kmart, a character you don't see very often. You got Joker, and then, every day, Rosalina.
Yeah. So we're very, very familiar with Rosalina and Luma, of course. Arla Wolves busting out the Joker. We have, we've seen different things from Joker players as far as this format. We've seen Joker players really, really succeed throughout the season, and we've also seen Joker players kind of struggle to get anything going. And so Arla Wolves early has to show us which kind that they are.
Yeah, and I say in jest, but yes, a very character you don't see very often in Rosalina and Luma, and because of that, everybody saw it a bunch in Smash 4, but in this game, the character's kind of fallen off a bit, but you still get people like Kmart we're seeing so far with some of the trickier things, and unfortunately, already losing the Luma here, but they're not going to be gone for long.
Yeah, and honestly, having seen Kmart play before in that up smash, trying to take the stock, they do Luma tech. They know some of the tricks. They have some of that tech online, so we might see stuff like the dash attack grab. We might see stuff like the lunar landings to kind of get these combos started and to get these pressures started. Kmart, well aware of what this character can do.
Yeah, and now at 102%. Oh, what's going to be good? Nice, getting back center stage. Shoot. Oh, there goes
get down, Mr. President, get down!
I got you, princess.
All right, the extended Luma coming on up to up B. For those that don't know, actually, you can actually start Luma's jab during up B to protect yourself. That's how Kmart was actually able to defend himself there. The Arsene needs to go big from Arla Wolves here. Preferably, it takes the stock and then puts, a considerable amount of percentage on the next one. But at 150 living a back air, this is a very tough spot to be in all of a sudden, because Arsene is about to go away, and the conversion almost
at
missed.
The buzzer.
Yeah, just made that one happen. And the down B will come out. It is punished, and now Luma at the ledge. How do you get past all of this?
I never thought I'd see puppet characters thrive so well in Smash, but Kmart is really making it look like, okay, you have to deal with Luma and me. You get caught looking in the wrong place one time, and you're going to be eating a chunk of damage.
Yeah, part of the reason puppet characters in Smash are strong, or historically being strong, is because Smash allows you to grab during shield stun, which other fighting games do not allow you to do. And so if Luma, or let's say one of the ice climbers, put you in shield stun, the other one can grab you still. And that just puts you in kind of a checkmate situation that you have to worry about.
Oh, but there you go. Arlewell's going deep on that one, but nope, here comes Luma already. And at some point, you almost have to treat Luma kind of like a Pac-Man hydrant, where you just sort of gotta get rid of it. But you gotta know, unlike hydrant, Luma has hands.
Yeah, the hydrant doesn't hit back. Luma certainly does. The forward throw into the up smash, some great damage, and these counters have been finding great value for Arlewells. Oh, 22%. Luma got gatted, and now this is huge damage. The pressure is coming out off stage, and a little bit of a greedy down smash, trying to get something happening off the ledge there. And all right, Kmart starting to catch on. Maybe too many counters.
Yeah, and there goes Shen as well. And now one of the most deadly up airs in the game. Something with so much versatility. But oh my gosh, and that's already almost another Shen.
Oh my god, no punish! That could have been an F smash. That could have been game. And the next up smash should do it. But Shen is online, and these counters, he keeps empty up countering. It's like the third or fourth one in a row. At what point do you stop? At what point do you stop falling for it? At what point? Oh, he did it again! No down air, no punish. Oh my god!
Doesn't get a spike either.
He missed the punish on that as well. Luckily, Shen is gone, so a little bit crisis averted, and the pressure right now, Luma.
The putting on pressure while you retreat, so valuable.
Yeah, this is a tough spot now for Joker, and the forward throw, is that gonna do it? No, not quite. And the jab actually doesn't go off stage, meaning the pressure not quite there for Kmart. Tried to get this down smash, and Luma again to save the day, but 187%. The forward throw will do it. Wow, 180. You don't see Joker live that long very often.
No, Kmart, but I do like the little end play Kmart had. Hit him with a little misdirect. Just sent the Luma back towards center stage. Like, no, actually, I'm just gonna run up, grab you, and forward throw. It almost killed you last time. It's probably gonna kill you this time. So.
Yeah, with a little more damage on the board, it will do the trick. And Loyola takes an early lead, but it's not a strong lead. It's not a strong lead. And honestly, after the Shen was almost wasted on that second stop, it almost looked like Kmart would be able to secure a 2-stock lead. He was on pace for it. But credit to Ole Miss and Arlewells, able to come back. Those counters finding so much value, and Kmart unable to adapt to them maybe quick enough, but quick enough to put a slight lead on the board.
Yeah, it's just something that when you're gonna be throwing out some big meaty hitboxes like Rosa, you kind of gotta assume, okay, if they have a counter, they're probably gonna use it like more time than not.
Yeah, I mean, it can be strange, and that's one of the weird things about playing against a Joker player that maybe you haven't played against before, is that you don't know how often they're going to lean on that Rebels guard, or you don't know how often they're going to lean on Tetrakarn. Just because that's one of those things that really differs from Joker player to Joker player, is how much they want to use counter, how willing they are to use it. And it seems like Arlewell's very happy to pull the trigger, especially out of an empty hop situation. That being said, Ole Miss, a chance to even this back up at 9. Spazzy,
now I feel like we're playing
Bowser
Smash 4.
Yeah,
now I feel like we're really playing Smash 4.
It's a classic, man. It's a classic.
Even, you know what? This would have been perfect. It's not possible in this format, but if both players had to start with 2 stocks, then it would... chef's kiss.
Yeah, we take me back. Take me back. That being said,
if you close your eyes,
this matchup is really bad. This like really bad. Luma is able to kind of stuff out a lot of the options Bowser Jr. wants to go for, especially with that cart or with that Mecha Koopa pressure, having down B to just absorb it, which means Bowser Jr. really has to rely on just a big hit to get anything done, and it should be an F smash, just a back throw.
Yeah, back there, kind of repositioning.
No Luma, and now the pressure.
That's a nice little mix-up. You see a lot of people, they'll go like...
Oh, that might be it! And it is a greedy fair off the ledge coming out of Kmart. I mean, Spazzy will even that right back up. And we told you a 1-stock lead is sometimes no lead at all. And we're right back at 9 with Ole Miss and Loyola, man. It's a tight one to start. It's a tight one to start. A couple of these weeks we've either seen, really big washes just off the hop, or like just like true nail biters, and so there's seemingly no middle ground, and this game seems to be no exception with this going back and forth and back and forth.
No, but really, it could all just come down to like, so far we've seen 3 players total. Like, there could still be like that really, really strong like anchor player that can just sort of mow through an entire team that we just haven't seen yet. So the possibilities are really endless for what direction this can go. Because right now we're looking at a pretty close like nail biter, really just plain even set, and we don't know which direction it takes.
Yeah, and the other thing about that is we don't know necessarily if Are the Walls or Kmart were supposed to be those guys.
Yeah.
Right? Like if they were supposed to come out and take more stocks than 3 or 2 or however many they ended up taking, 2 and 3. Is that an underperformance now? Or are we playing off the back foot a little bit for either of these teams? So I'm interested to see who we're going to see next and see if the pace continues to be so even. But Ritago with the Kazuya Mishima.
Kazuya Mishima. You want to talk some explosivity? You want to talk somebody that can just make stocks disappear? Look no further than Kazuya Mishima himself. All he needs is like that one hit to really start up the engine. But right now, okay, never mind. Look at that.
I mean, so much
2 hits.
damage, and he didn't even do the combo right. Like, it's crazy to think of what this character do, and that was the hit. Oh, it just misses both combos. Unfortunately, he had the reset. He had the kill confirm, and just a slight miss on the execution. It does not matter. The up smash will come out, and Ritago redeems themselves without too much extra damage on the board. But now,
no jump.
He didn't realize.
Up B either.
Didn't realize he didn't have a jump. Unfortunate. Is gonna throw that stock, and it is neck and neck right now. But the Electric Wind Godfists, they're a little dicey.
This is some of the troubles you see with specifically having to play Wi-Fi Kazuya, folks, where they know what to do. They're inputting it right on their end. It's just, you know, the way Nintendo's netcode works. Oh no, and a stage spike!
That
is brutal.
Yeah, that really hurts, especially because, you know, Ritago was actually quite up that stock and was looking primed to take it, especially if he had converted on a couple of those platform resets with the Electric Wind Godfist. And now, having that stock taken so early, it puts Spazzy in a position to, honestly, potentially get a 2 stock.
Yeah, and now, going from what we thought,
God.
Wow, that
should be it. No, the whiff! What are you doing?
You go double up smash, no forward throw. All right. Don't jump into the cannonball.
Rage Drive is online. This
Crumples
should be
it. Rage Drive, yep.
Yeah. I like spending the Rage Drive there just to cure it. Just make sure you get it. 17% for a frame 3 up air, by the way.
His character's silly.
That side B from the ledge has been finding so much value. I'm wondering if Spazzy is going to call that out soon. And even though this game looks heavily in the favor of Spazzy, I never want to call out Kazuya Mishima. Oh, the chase down and air dodge could have come out, but Spazzy willing to chase him down anyways. And now the lead, the slight lead swings just back to the side of Ole Miss.
Yeah, and it goes to show like how you have to, there's so many different characters in this game, so many different matchups to think about, and one little misstep and we see a complete tonal shift with that stage spike on that second stock from Retigo, and it just really is like, okay, well, it's still Kazuya, so you still have to, you know, be very careful around it. And great job from Spazzy to, you know, now put their team in the driver's seat. Yeah,
honestly, it's moments like that that can really end up making a big difference, and especially in swing matches like this. I like the idea. I like the willingness to go for stuff like that. You know, it's like, you know, this is a stage spike option. You know, technically he should make it back. It's a little whatever cheesy, or it's a little weird just due to, you know, connection or whatever. But when you're trying to put yourself in the lead, I think you got to take advantage of every opportunity that you are given. And going for that kind of weird Bowser Jr. up B explosion for an early stock, it paid dividends in that game, because I think, quite frankly, if that hadn't happened, we would have seen Loyola with that lead here.
So now we're getting to the next one. Oh, Booski.
Olimar.
Olimar.
Interesting. Okay, Olimar is a character that is pretty good in this format as well, especially if you're able to get those purple Pikmin online. We're going to see Booski looking to cycle through the Pikmin, get to the purple, and make sure those stocks aren't too hard to take. On the other side of things, it can be hard for Bowser Jr. because side B doesn't destroy Pikmin on your head. So you really have to work on getting those Pikmin detached because your kind of main tool doesn't do it automatically.
And now, yeah, still seen a lot. We've seen before, you know, standard junior stuff of just race car, but now seen it contested in a way that we didn't see before. Oh, jab block. Wow.
What?
Wow.
What an answer back from Booski. Let him play that game, man. And I feel like we're doing laps between us and the game right now. We're speedrunning it. Game us, game us, game us. But these guys they're neck and neck, man.
Yeah, you talk about missing one tech. We've seen like what happens when sometimes you just miss one tech and it's a GG's. That was one of those moments where it's like, uh-oh, jab block, because Booski's getting that every day of the week. All of my jab block is so good. And nighty night, and now we're back to where we were before.
Yeah, I mean, we say it once, we say it 1,000 times. A one stock lead is not a lead in this format, not at all. And if this keeps up at the pace it has been, we're probably going to see a three stock, just, you know, best of one to close this thing out. That being said, Booski looked very strong from the limited time that we saw them going in, and so I think this is where Ole Miss has to answer. Because that's the most dominant stock we've seen taken off anyone so far. And if Booski's able to cook like that just a little bit longer, or cook like that for two stocks instead of one, it tips that counterbalance just a little bit. And that's all it takes in this format, unfortunately. It's just those little push and pull moments. And so I'm interested to see who comes out to combat the Olimar, because I mean, it's a rare character in the first place.
Yeah, there's not much on the way from what I could find from Ole Miss. Looking at potentially a hero, potentially an Aegis. There's so many different ways it could go. Using my little peek behind the curtain here, we are seeing it is going to be a hero coming up next. So you folks you guys want to see the kitchen sink being thrown, random garbage. Let's see how the RNG gods are playing for Hero of Milkshakes today.
What a godlike name for the dude who plays Hero. I respect it. Honestly, Hero's got some good tools to deal with Olimar. The side B is a good option, and using up B to get Pikmin off of you can be a pretty good tool. That being said, if they're on his head, they still won't come off, so you'd have to use Nair probably in an instance like that. Hero has the tools to make it happen, but if you're spending so much mana, you're going to be left with only 28, and that's when things start getting scary.
Yeah, and this is going to be a really big game. Like, you know, Booski's obviously, you want to land your Pikmin and then force Hero to use an aerial, an unsafe aerial, and then punish the landing. That's going to be the name of the game in this matchup, so right now, Booski's doing a good job putting a lot of damage on.
Yeah, especially because Hero Milkshakes has no mana to work with right now. Nothing of substance is going to come out of that, and so you're left with Hero's kind of mediocre not aerials, but just moves in general and frame data across the board to try and make something happen. Now, though, Bounce is online, and that is something that can make a huge difference because Bounce actually works on Olimar's smash attacks as well.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that. You're right. So that allows a much safer neutral for Hero of Milkshakes. Ooh, gotta be careful getting back here. Still, protect what's important to you. Got the purple Pikmin.
Oh, and the up B actually doesn't get the blue off, and so a lot of damage taken. We'll have to up B back to the stage, and the blue Pikmin will kill at this percent. The up throw will kill. It's back online. No more smash attacks, no up smash, no F smash, no down smash. That being said, the blue Pikmin's still online. The throw can do it, but the back air will secure the stock. And Hero Milkshakes look down. They looked out, but it's a game of stocks, not a game of percents, and they're more than willing to take them.
Yeah, that's the Hero. That's the name of the game with Hero. Sometimes when you think you're out of it, you just pull that right card.
Oh my god.
Talk about pulling a right card. There's a top deck for you.
Not again. Okay, the Pikmin actually stopped the kaboom, and now...
Talk about it. Get down, Mr. President.
Yeah, Hero of Milkshakes down to 20 mana already, but that bounce is back online, meaning the grab has to come out. Uski having to change up the game plan for this bounce whenever it is online, and the purple Pikmin actually wasted off the back of that bounce. 0 mana right now. No recovery even on the side of Hero of Milkshakes.
No, and now this is like turn on the pressure. No mana for bounce. Gonna make all these neutrals count right here. Landing. Not gonna kill just yet. Got the blue Pikmin. See what a grab could do. Don't think it's gonna kill just yet.
Oh, this is another time. Get down, Mr. President. 3 mana online right now. It's gonna
Just
be
enough for bounce.
Yeah, and I think you can only get bounce something like 2 or 3 times per stock. It's limited, unlike some of the other spells. So I don't think he's actually gonna be able to get it again because of how many times he's used it.
Oh, that's a good knowledge check. They might not even know.
Oh, the Psych Up is online in the dash attack. Are you kidding?
Want to heal too?
I mean, that's crazy. The Flame Slash to get rid of the white Pikmin? Sure, who says no? The retreat with the up B, and Hero of Milkshakes has been doing a fantastic job of securing stocks when they need to in clutch moments, especially since they've been playing with no mana basically this entire time. They spend it as soon as they get it.
Oh,
no Pikmin.
no Pikmin, but a cheeky little approach option to get some extra damage on.
The grab will kill at this percent as well, I imagine. And the purple Pikmin is online. The down smash will not do it. White off stage. Oh, just dodging the purple. This pressure is crazy for boost, but Hero completely unfazed.
Oh,
gee, what a raw grab.
Dudes, don't fall asleep on him.
Ooh. Oh, he doesn't actually spend it on oomph. I'm surprised. I'm very surprised. But that is going to be a reset on the mana pool. But we've been talking about it. This is at most a 1-stock lead for either side. This game could not be any closer than it is right now. And 26% is not even near enough when Hero is glowing red. That back air, it sends pretty far.
You talk about getting hit by a semi-truck. That move is incredible. Just not, well, you get it. There was a lot of things working together. Almar's lightweight, only being at what, like 90, sub 100%. But
yeah. I mean, yeah, Olimar's light, Hero's back air, pretty strong to begin with a little bit of oomph, a little bit of psych up kicker on the back end. That move gets pretty scary. And so Ole Miss, the lead shakes back in their favor. They're maintaining that 1-stock lead despite an even 3-stock start to that game. And now Loyola, whoever is the anchor right now, pressure on their shoulders. 4 stocks need to be taken, but only 1 on the side of Hero of Milkshake. So if they're able to take that stock, they will get an even 3-stock versus 3-stock best of 1 to close out the first bit of this crew battle.
Yeah, and who else would you rather have anchoring your team than Jeep on the Luigi?
Is Jeep
character that?
Why did I think Jeep was a Yoshi player? That was just in my head. That was my freaking headcanon this whole time.
Jeep owners be like.
I made that up. This one was made up by a writer. We got you.
Jeep's color choice here reminds me a lot of a Land Rover, so it's weird. It's a car joke. That's not even a joke, to be honest. It's just observation.
It's so true. That being said, Luigi, a great character to have on the back end of things, especially if Jeep has those 0 to deaths online. That can make stocks disappear in an instant, and it is the perfect thing to swing a crew battle. That being said, Hero Milkshakes. Hero, don't underestimate them. Don't underestimate what this character can do and what the right top deck means for the outcome of this crew battle. Anything could come out of this character, and right now, it's looking tough as That sword is making it challenging for Jeep to actually. Oh my God!
My
He's so
God, could
lucky.
you imagine?
Yeah, I would have been devastated. A little bit of RNG on both these guys actually, with the side B coming out from Luigi. No, my God, not again. Unable to land, man.
This is something.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No. I mean, and this
Hero
is the,
Milkshake is playing a very, very solid neutral where every time, like, they're getting the parries when they need to. They're playing a very safe neutral.
Oh, we missed!
But they're being very, very liberal with their use of spells and stuff to sort of keep Luigi at bay.
Yeah, and this is going to be the
interesting game plan.
This is going to be the first significant lead that we've seen this entire crew battle. Jeep will be able to secure the stock without procuring too much more damage. So we do know he has those kill confirms online, but Hero Milkshake was actually able to put Ole Miss's anchor in a position for a 2-stock versus 3-stock lead, which, like I said, is the first time anyone in this crew battle has had any sort of lead that mattered. So Ole Miss, it's a tight one, but honestly, it's as good as you can feel about a tight race, and hopefully a good matchup against Luigi is in the back pocket.
Yeah, that's all you can really hope for at this point, because from what we saw there to end that set is that Jeep can still get, he has those mid-range like down, like uppy kills. Sorry, I did finish
Yeah, the
thought
kill
there.
confirms.
Yeah, there's a weird little gray area where it's like Luigi can't just down throw cyclone you. He can't just like cyclone kill you, but you're also 2 high % to really land the 0 to death. But that gooey middle, as we'll say, if you can manage to secure Luigi kills consistently in that range, you are going to be a force to be reckoned with. We're going to see here a little bit more of a sample size. Will Jeep be able to do that against Scrafty on the Aegis?
The Aegis is, in theory, a good matchup against Luigi, because on the ground, it is a really good matchup. That being said, once Aegis goes off stage, Plunger is actually a really, really strong tool for taking early stocks from this character. So we're going to have to see Scrafty try and maintain that center stage, because it can get really bad if you don't. And even if you do,
goodness.
Jeep says, how about we do play Smash 4? How about we do go back? 2 stocks versus 2 stocks. The winner takes all, and Jeep is looking to put themselves on top. Loyola looking to secure this dub.
That is a brutal way to start things off. Is like one grab is all it took.
Yeah.
And now we're back to even. So now going to the Pyra, a slower character that in theory will be easier to grab. It's gonna be interesting to see like how does Jeep counteract this. Go for back air to try and catch the above.
Oh my gosh, the up smash not quite being secure there, and the switch back to Mithra, favoring the speed in neutral, trying to get these hits, but not getting the final hit is going to send him off stage. And the plunger, what did I say? But no conversion. That could have been the entire game, and what was that?
Didn't even jump. Still has it.
Oh my god,
okay,
and
we're still making it back.
A total whiff on the edge guard as well from both players. The pressure of this final game looking to take its toll. The back throw, no, but doesn't get the back air either. It was confirmed there.
The windbox pulled him in just a little bit, but not enough. And grabs it in perfect timing for the back air. And now offstage pressure. What's going to be here?
Oh, snipes his jump, but doesn't. Come on!
What are these wonky hitboxes?
Somebody convert, please! A lead for Scrafty after having been 0 to death. Immediately the answer back is huge. But Jeep, another stock on the board. Can we see another 0 to death? Wow, this pressure is crazy.
They got to get rid of this second stock first before they can even try a 0 to death. And now...
Oh, that could have been an up smash.
They might be honing in on just two moves specifically with the up B and then Cyclone, as I'm sure I know a lot of Luigi's tend to prefer because there's the Cyclone.
Oh my god, and so now it's back to Luigi favored, baby. If Jeep gets this grab, Pyramithra is dead, and you can see actually Scrafty committing to these platforms and just missing the up smash. That would have been the game. Oh no, oh no.
Oh my, oh my.
What? The conversion is crazy, but
the
Jeep's gonna live.
Watch this.
Oh my gosh, the forward tilt. Oh! Did he get his jump back? He did. He uses it early. The high up B. Oh no. Oh no. He's off stage.
Back air. Oster plunger.
Jeep. Oh my god.
My goodness.
What a conversion from Jeep, man. What a play. I don't even know what to say about that, man. That's
typical Jeep owner. That's a Jeep owner play right there.
That felt like spaghetti. That felt like everything you ever could have wanted out of a final match. Jeep managing to take 4 stocks to put Loyola up 1-0 in this crew battle, but don't go anywhere, guys, because it's a best of 3. So the next game will be back just after this break. Welcome back, everybody, to Week 6 of League Play in the NACE Star League for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. In case you've been hiding under a rock and missed that last game, we saw an emphatic last stock, last hit finish with Jeep coming out on top in what was definitely a little bit of an underdog story coming out from him, especially the way that game was trending. But Loyola was able to take that first crew battle 1-0 over Ole Miss.
Yeah, it was back and forth the whole way from, starting out a win for the Luma, then brought it right on back with a Morton, and then brought it right out, and then Morton pulls away a little bit against the Kazuya, but then the Olimar, it's like it was back and forth the whole way down to Jeep, clutch it out, take 4 stocks, entering the last match against against Scrafty, down a whole stock as well, and then sets the tone early with a 0 to death out of the gates.
Didn't even look like he started the stock down, honestly.
No, and then just sort of carried it from there. And we know now that there are some explosive characters on both sides of this coin. So getting this game number 2, it could go either way.
Honestly, I think Ole Miss did a really good job of tampering the explosiveness of a lot of those Loyola characters. We saw the Luigi, we saw the Rosalina, we saw the Kazuya. All these characters are characters that have the potential to take stocks very, very early. And honestly, Ole Miss, other than the 0 to death in the very last game, didn't lose too many stocks extremely early. So I have to give them credit. And I think that the big question here is, are they going to be able to do that again and get it to another last hit situation? Because I can't see this being anything other than close.
Yeah, it really, after the first game, it always seems like the opening set of the second game could really determine like which way things are ultimately going to go. Like I'd love to see some advanced analytics on this of like how often the team that wins the first set of the second game, how often they win compared to the team. Because going down one game and then losing that first player as well can just be that last little straw that breaks the camel's back in the ways of mental game. Like, oh, here we go again kind of stuff. It's like, oh, here we go. We're already down. We got to fight back again. But it's up to them to really just sort of put that out of their head and be like, okay, fresh game. Let's just treat it like a best of one now. We just got to win the best of one. And then if we do that, we get to win another best of one.
Yeah. And actually, what is with the Joker players also having a Lucina? I don't get it, man. 2 or 3 of the Joker players that we've seen thus far have a Lucina in the back pocket. And honestly, the Lucina oftentimes does better. So it's interesting to see the Lucina coming out here. We'll see if it makes a difference against this Rosalina.
I think at the end of the day, it's just because Joker still has a validity that Lucina brings a consistency to.
Yeah.
Is Arsene is like very, very high powered, but normal Joker isn't as high. Oh my goodness, the electric slide.
Did he use his jump? That could have been a down air. Kmart not willing to pull the trigger, but will get back to stage because of the Luma. And pressure here from Arlo Wiles is pretty strong, honestly. He's had a pretty great ledge presence. That being said, Kmart, slight damage lead here and able to regain center stage.
We don't have many Rosalina and Luma players in Michigan, except for, I believe, Hawk. So I must say, this character must have one of the easiest times actually just getting back on stage.
That should be it. What?
Oh my goodness. This has to be it. Back throw? 50?
Down air? Nothing?
Back throw?
Back throw! Doesn't kill!
Still nothing.
Oh my gosh, the fair doesn't kill either.
Going for the down angled F smash.
Oh, and the sliding up smash.
And there was Luma.
Come on. You cannot tell me that's how the stock is taken after all of that.
Oh, are you kidding?
That is not even a little true, but Arlo Wiles able to convert on that side B into the nair, into the F smash. I like it. I like it a lot. You go for the weird stuff.
That's a Crom combo. I think that combo is true on Crom, but no way is that true on Lucina.
So the Nair F smash is true, but the side B part is certainly not. Certainly not. I don't think it is for Crom either, unfortunately. That being said, it doesn't matter if it's true. It matters if it worked. And honestly, it caught Arlo Wiles right back in this game, but Kmart answering back in turn. That being said, we've seen this from Kmart. He almost always has that big, percentage lead. Oh, the disrespect! Okay.
That's what you get. You kind of deserve that. I'm sorry, but you kind of deserve that, Arlo Wiles.
Man's actually hit him with a shield flick. Trying to pretend like we didn't see that. We did.
hitting the shiggy wiggy like, no, you don't get away with that for free.
No, man, he definitely hit him with a Dougie real quick. Oh, a greedy jump, but the counter actually comes out. Nice play.
Oh, just ran.
Oh, yes, getting the shield out that time. There we go. We're seeing the learning. He knows it's not true. That up smash almost connecting, and a back air by the ledge will certainly do it right about now. But the high aggressive recovery and the fair. Does he commit? He does, but a high early jump. That's the second one we've seen in a row. So we'll have to see if Kmart catches on to those early jumps, because that means a very early stock if you catch it. Luma is not living. Okay, does he catch it? He does go high, but the jump is still online. He doesn't catch it. Come on, read it.
Fair at 151. You got to be very, very careful. Your back air will kill. Oh, certainly. Up smash not landing.
The up B, very clutch from Arlo Walls. 80% is not an unwinnable position, especially if he's able to get some sort of big combo going, and that's not the kind of combo I'm talking about, brother. That is not what we're looking for, unfortunately.
We're looking for a ledge grab there.
kind of baited himself on that one. kind of baited his own recovery. Sometimes you go a little lower than expected, or you expect an option to come out and it just doesn't. So unfortunately, dropping the last stock there to an SD, it looked like Kmart was probably going to secure it anyway, and this is the exact same result that we saw at the start of the last crew battle. So, new character on the side, but same amount of stocks taken. The Lucina looked good. I'll say it looked pretty good, but it is hard to adapt to what Rosalina is doing on the fly, especially a Rosalina as good at kind of the weird stuff as Kmart is.
Yeah, and I feel like just going forward, though, Kmart they're leaving a lot of chips on the table in many cases where there's a grab that could be landed. A lot of Ole Miss's Hail Mary options are landing because I think Kmart is just not expecting them when they're like things like, why would you do that? That's like one of the least popular options, but it just keeps working out.
Hey, I respect it. Weird options will get you stocks at the end of the day, and so having a couple of them in the pocket will always be a strong way to start the game. And Spazzy was able to take this off without losing a stock last time. Let's say if he's able to do the same thing. Pressured now off stage. Is that the jump taken? Yes, he's forced up early, but there's no punish. Kmart I hate to say it because Kmart's neutral is really nice, but his ability to punish recoveries like that is really bad.
Yeah, I think keeps expecting, not.
Oh, that's an F smash! That could have been the stock, and now Spazzy, a chance to put himself back in this, the punish on the recovery, and the high recovery from Spazzy will get him back in the game.
And now I think it's the case where Kmart just kind of goes fishing for a little bit. It's like, I'm just going to throw it up smash and hope that you run into it.
You gotta convert off of the spin out. That being said, the up smash will come out. So Kmart doing better than they did last time, able to take a stock off of Spazzy. And are we getting a little desperate? I've seen two empty hop F smashes. Ooh, the down tilt into the
little
jab.
handoff.
Yeah. That's the cute stuff. The down tilt into the jab. The Nair actually catching that. A little bit of disjoint on that wand.
Yeah, almost looking like it takes to contest us.
Wow, that hit.
Okay, that's a decision I think they keep going for today.
Oh, the timing! Kmart looks amazing. Dude, my man said, give me a... Yeah, you can't.
Handoff.
Can't do that. You can't do that. That's the danger zone. Kmart looks amazing in this matchup all of a sudden, having lost it pretty early last time. That should be it.
Oh my God,
Kmart! Come on, how many times? That should have been it too!
Why are you down smashing?
That should have been it too! Okay. You know what? Spazzy will give you, if you don't get the first two, Spazzy will give you a third. And this has been a complete switch up for Kmart in terms of performance, having taken only 3 stocks in the last crew battle, upgrading that to 5, potentially 6 if something crazy is to happen, which it will not. That has huge implications for the rest of the crew battle. And we honestly saw Kmart came into that with a lot of matchup knowledge, a lot of opportunities to make stuff happen that weren't necessarily showcased the first time around.
Yeah, a lot more of the tricky stuff with Luma was landing that time, and really when that was sort of the difference maker down the stretch for Kmart. And I gotta just look forward here and think. So we saw exactly what Redigo did against Spazzy last time, and there was just some stuff where they just couldn't get going. Do you think there could be like just a switch up here? Like maybe you send in the Alamar?
No,
because they handled that really well.
Honestly, Redigo handled it pretty well too. He took 2 stocks, did he not? And so, I think their ability to take 2 stocks when you have 3 and Spazzy only has 1 as opposed to 3 going into the last crew battle, I think that is more than good enough. You know what I mean? You just maintain that lead, you maintain that momentum, and if you get the exact same draw of player rotations, Loyola is feeling very good about securing this one.
I think in this case, you sort of put the pedal to the metal and you send out you go for a little slightly different matchup, like say either sending in Booski or even Jeep a little bit early to really build as big of a lead as you can, that you can sort of just coast into that victory at the end. But right now, it looks like we're going to see Booski.
You were right. Pedal to the metal. Pedal to the metal. Don't let him sleep. Don't let me catch him on an off day. And Ole Miss, Spazzy needs to find at least a stock here, or else this lead is going to become very, very hard to come back from with the caliber of players that we know are in the back line still.
Oh, that
Pikmin did 13 damage by himself.
Spazzy was trying so many different options to try and get that Pikmin off, but now just sort of no care, just sort of running Booski from one end of the stage to the other.
All right, no aerials on Olimar right now, and honestly, Spazzy looking pretty good this stock. Oh my gosh, can someone punish Bowser Jr. up B? Is it possible? Oh, nice grab. And that is huge damage coming out of the white Pikmin. Almost getting full ticks off of that. And that actually put Booski in the lead without having to land, so much as a couple hits.
No, just Pikmin damage it can get out of hand very, very fast.
I mean, it's gotten out of hand. Look at 109% already on Spazzy. He's barely been hit, man. And Booski able to secure that stock and able to make that a clean 3-stock lead on the side of Loyola. And the pressure is mounting for Ole Miss because you unfortunately you dropped it in a last stock situation where this was even in your favor, even, right? We saw that the 1-stock lead coming into the back end of this. And so if you're going into the exact same situation, but now you're down 3 stocks, I'm starting to feel the heat. I'm starting to feel the heat a little bit.
That said, Hero Milkshakes did such a good job against the heart of this Loyola New Orleans team.
Yeah, they did.
I would expect them to come out here and have a very similar performance, especially knowing that you're going in against the Alamar, which we saw exactly how much ground bounce did, all of the aerials and just sort of the quick get off me options that Hero has really to contest the Pikmin to make sure you can't get too out of hand too fast. I think that really a good run from Hero of Milkshakes could easily even the tide of this game.
And that's the way
it's gonna
back.
Be a tall order.
That's the way back in for Ole Miss. I think you're totally right. Is Hero of Milkshake needs to go on a run right now. They need to take not take 2 stocks. They need 2 stock Booski, and they need to take a couple of stocks off of whoever comes in next if this wants to look even doable. If Booski is able to take out Hero of Milkshakes just flat, this crew battle is about to look impossible.
It is. But let's see who we got coming in here, and
I don't know about this.
We got a mix up here going with the Aegis.
I thought, the Nair coming out of Hero of Milkshakes and the bounce found so much value that was almost a guaranteed pick. Being said, Scrafty must be feeling confident, must have requested this, because it is a switch up from last time. And to be fair, Aegis Nair is very good at dealing with Pikmin.
We're seeing that already. Just a couple little spins, but wow. The red
my gosh, can't get that one though. Yeah. That's the little red Pikmin that could.
That is the strongest soldier. Okay, a little down air. Not going to get a jab lock of any sort. Putting on pressure on the shield to try and get a safe avenue back to the stage.
Pirate
from
down
one
air.
ledge to the other.
Yeah, Pirate down air is something else that is very, very strong in this matchup, something that we're going to have to look out for because of Olimar's kind of slow recovery, and we saw him trying to get it there already, but 2 purple Pikmin already on the field with the white Pikmin. Not much more you could ask for, and the miss on that up air is going to be kind of hard one to swallow.
Still really just missing on a lot of these moves.
That's kind of the nice thing about Pyramithra is you can miss a lot. You can swing with this character if you gotta, and so it's not too bad. That being said, oh,
Don't swing, you better make contact.
Call out, man, what a jump call out from Booski. He just had that scouted last year. Oh, that's not true. But, you know, if your opponent's not going to press a button, your opponent's not going to press a button, you'll definitely take it. That being said, an even game here is not good enough. You needed to have just a lights out performance here, and so far this has been very, very back and forth.
Okay, a little offstage stuff here. Still has the purple Pikmin in hand, holding onto it with dear life.
Yeah, and honestly, Scrafty has been dominant at these lower percents, right? Where he's able to just put the pressure on and get Booski to the ledge and just keep him there. He's looked so good. It's just going to be a matter of if he's able to take the stocks, if he's able to keep the pressure on once those low percentages are up. And he will.
Attack. Oh my.
Very nice coverage and a very nice stock that makes this look a little bit more doable.
Maybe right. He did something, a little startup here, but jab lock situation.
And misses the combo, which is going to give Scrafty a chance to get back into it. All right. 91%. This is when that up smash killed the up smash. Going to send him deep off stage. And the Pyra, he commits so deep. Oh, but so does Scrafty.
Oh, you can cut the tension with a knife. Up smash, not going to do it just yet.
Very surprised that didn't kill. He lost his jump. That should be it. He didn't commit. Nope. All you have to do is fair, but you know, back here, ledge trap will do just the same thing. And Booski now has done more than he needed to do. Taking out 2 stocks on the side of Scrafty will mean that Loyono gets to enjoy that lead for just a little bit longer. But it's a little better. It's no longer a 3-stock lead. It is just a 2-stock lead, and so. If Scrafty's able to take this next stock, able to take the next 2 stocks on their last one, we're seeing a reverse of the last situation where Hero of Milkshakes just has to take 4.
Yeah, it would just like poetic, really.
Yeah.
Yes, my guy has to take 4 now.
Yeah.
But you look at the side of Loyola New Orleans, they still have Kazuya, they still have Luigi. 2 characters that are well known for their explosivity. 2 characters that literally kill you with 1 touch. So
yeah, that's unfortunately not the characters I'd want to be going against with a 2-stock deficit when I'm trying to come back. That's probably nearing the top 2 of who I would choose to not want to go against.
Yeah, you don't have to play perfect, but you have to play darn near close.
And it's not just perfect. It's just that there's that element of kind of luck to it. Almost where if they guess right on a roll or if they guess right on an option, they are able to just delete that stock, right? And so when you're in these kind of best of 1 situations where you don't get another chance and you're already down 0-1, it can be so hard to fight these characters appropriately. That being said, Scrafty down to his last stock, hopefully able to take a couple off the side of Ratago. Ratago on the other side. After that SD in the game before and the stage spike, looking for a little bit of redemption.
Yeah, looking to get something started here. And right now, it looks like they're being incredibly pressured here by Mithra. It's just from one end to the other. This is the kind of stuff we know. Like, yeah, at the end of the day, it's still Kazuya's still super heavy, still getting a lot of hits. You just got to make sure he doesn't get in.
Ooh, no up smash though. And that is big damage. 60% off the back of 2 hits, man. Godfist in the down smash?
Yeah, interesting, option. Maybe just trying to be like, okay, are they how much are they going to hold forward here? Let's get the crumple in seconds. A Mithra F smash.
Little greedy on the side B, and That neutral B is going to put Scrafty in a tough situation, but honestly, picking all the right options here and no punish on the parry means that Ratago. Scrafty is looking very, very good. Despite being at 72%, he's only been hit 3 times.
Yeah. I think it just goes to show the power of Kazi. 3 hits, 72%. You kidding me?
Oh my gosh, it's so scary. I would like to see some more grabs out of Ratago here. He's got the opportunities to get grabs, and grab actually is great for setting up into a Godfist or some sort of read, but seemingly unwilling to just go for those grabs and not using the down smash at the appropriate time to get that shield break. This should be it.
No!
Come on, man! You got 1 combo! Oh my gosh.
I thought so too.
Yeah, he gets back onto the stage, a very scary position to be in. That up smash, trying to bring it out, and down smash on the side of Scrafty. This pressure is insane, and the early jump means he will get back to the stage, but he's far from in a good spot. Rage Drive, and he confirmed the stock. If he hits this Rage Drive, that's it. That's it.
There it is.
We were holding our breath. We were waiting for it. We knew what he was looking for. Honestly, Scrafty definitely knew what he was looking for, but unfortunately able to hit it anyway. And so Ole Miss, a mountain to climb for Hero of Milkshakes. But if there's anyone who I believe can do it, it is the Hero. Because we talked about the random, kind of element of getting hit by Kazi and Luigi, and do you die, do you not die? Hero is just the amalgamation of random. And so it is almost up to the Smash gods to a small degree if Ole Miss is able to come back into this one. May the rolls be in your favor, Milkshakes. May the rolls be in your favor.
You typically, all the Hero mains I know are the people that will actually actively go to a casino for no reason other than to just, go to a casino. Yeah, they just love like the flashing lights and betting it all on black kind of stuff. And
yeah,
really that's why I feel like you never see an unlucky Hero main.
That's true. And I think you can mitigate the luck factor by knowing kind of a couple of options that'll work for you in a situation. You don't always need to get just the right thing, but you need to get something that'll work. And most of the time you do find something.
The character still has there's hidden code to affect certain RNG things. Like I know zoom off stage is more prevalent, but there's other. The character still has strong neutral tools, with the being a sortie and still having some strong aerials. That said, it's hard to really beat just pure power of like Psych Up, Oomph, Acceleratle, all that kind of stuff that really no other character has access to in their kit. You just gotta hunt for it. And if you can find a way to make that space, like, okay, I gotta read here. We find him? Does Scrafty have him in him?
Yeah, it's interesting because, like you said, you can manipulate the menu a little bit with bounce. You can only use it, I think, twice. So if you use it twice, it'll no longer show up on the menu. The same thing goes for heal. You can only use heal twice. And so if you use it twice, it'll no longer show up on the menu. And that can make the options you're looking for more prevalent. So I'm sure that Milkshakes is well aware of that and is willing to convert off of it. That being said, 81% unanswered. Ratago has been unable to get anything going right now.
Yeah, this is tough because Hero Milkshakes really likes putting you on platform where you don't have any options and like, because Hero's up tilt will just literally go cover the entire platform.
That's a 0 to death, man.
Oh my goodness.
Is huge. If you're staring down the barrel of a 5-stock comeback, let's make it 4 really quick, no damage taken, and already 50%. Ratago hasn't landed a hit.
Still hasn't at 72%.
Oh
Can't get anything started. Dropping shield early.
He gets double 0 to death. He does.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Hero Milkshakes. Yeah, looking like the hero of Ole Miss right now. That is, what an answer to being down 5 stocks to 3. Let me just take 2 off the board. I don't even care about him. I don't even want to look at him. I don't even want to see him. And now, Jeep called upon once again in a slightly better situation than last time. But honestly, in probably a slightly harder matchup as well.
I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Hero of Milkshake still took one off of Jeep before Jeep went on that 4-stock run. So it might be a more, like, given, 3 stocks against 3 stocks, it might be a more even matchup than we may think, we may have seen beforehand. I think the way that both these players are playing, it's going to be a slobber knocker. You're going to, I'm predicting a crit for this match. 2, I am definitely going to, it's all going to come down to what spells Hero of Milkshake's top is, and can Jeep get the grabs? That's what this match hinges on. Yes, there's going to be more intricate things like, neutral and, spacing out back airs to nairs kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, who gets better spells? Who gets the grabs?
Yeah, those are the big difference makers too, especially if one of these guys is able to kind of really cement an early lead and really cement that kind of momentum going into the last 2 stocks. Especially because you're 100% right. Hero of Milkshakes actually took the first stock off of Jeep the first time that they played. It was just that he was only at 1 left himself. And so, Jeep has got his work cut out for him in this situation, despite being more favored maybe than he was before.
And it looks like we're going to Smashville, which I think is a very good stage for both these characters.
Dude, 17% on the... That is
big
not
grab.
good.
Big grab.
That's it.
One stock off the board.
That was pure greed. I hate to say it, but that fully charged side beat was pure greed in its greediest form, and Ole Miss cannot afford that right now. Jeep will convert that stock. Jeep will go up 2 stocks to 3, and Jeep will take the percent lead. That being said, boom, pretty good move.
Boom, very good move. Uses a lot of mana, but still good move.
Okay, off stage now. Hero of Milkshakes not getting the zoom they're looking for. Forced to recover high again. I mean, this guy's the anchor for a reason, man. We've talked about steady pair of hands. This guy, steady pair of stocks. Starting out this grab. Don't.
Do it again.
Don't. Okay.
Don't let it happen to you. Don't let it happen to you.
They were stale. They were stale. No!
Back air. 76%. Grab. Dash attack.
I mean, this is brutal. Hero Milkshakes cannot stop this pressure. Hero Milkshakes cannot breathe.
Well, footstool action there kind of gets some more space, slow things down, put things more at Hero Milkshake's pace, and now we see a bit of tides turning here, but still, can Hero Milkshakes get rid of this first stock? Double jab, goes for a grab, not gonna find it.
Jeep's going for the weird stuff now. The jab, grab, going for the quirky stuff. All right, the back air will kill by the ledge. Ooh, the neutral B almost setting up into a forward air, but honestly, no commitment at all from Hero Milkshakes off stage, and missing the 2-frame from the flame slash. That could have been ups.
I thought it was going to be up smash too.
Dude, and this is the problem with Hero. If you don't have those buffs online, forward air never kills. Like, what is that?
150? Another psych up? Is that psych up number 3?
He's going for flame slash.
Yep.
Times it right, and that will secure the stock. And a bounce online will make the plunger and the neutral B less of a hassle to deal with for the time being. But honestly, that's not what I'm so worried about when I'm playing against Luigi here.
No, especially at 97%, you're getting very, very close to getting cycloned. Ooh, nice.
All right, can you make it back? No zoom, and the high recovery goes unpunished. No way.
Oh.
Is he gonna bring this back? Oh my gosh, no commitment. Off stage allows Jeep to get back. You have to go out and get him. There's only one spot he can go, and now a grab will likely secure the game for Jeep. It certainly will now, and a miss on that down air could spell doom.
We see it time and time again. Jeep struggling to get off of ledge here.
Roll, that's it. I mean, I have to respect it out of Hero of Milkshakes. He saw how far down that he was. He saw how much needed to happen for him to get back into it. He went for He went for an option that could have been everything. He went for an option that could have turned the tides back in his favor. Unfortunately, it wasn't his time to win, and Jeep shows the strength of a good anchor. Loyola 2-0 over Ole Miss.
I'm gonna say that F smash, that was the crit I called. It just so it's
on the
now
other side.
Schrodinger's crit. It's like,
Yeah.
was it a crit or wasn't it? We'll never know because it didn't land.
All right, guys. Well, that'll do it for the first crew battle of the day. Thank you so much for joining us for Loyola versus Ole Miss, the 2-0 in the favor of those guys. Don't go anywhere, though. We're going to have an interview with the winners coming up right after this break. Welcome back, everybody. In case you just missed it, Loyola was able to take a 2-0 victory over Ole Miss, and we've got an interview from the man himself.
Oh, that's crazy.
It's got a millisecond photobomb from one of our other players, but
Absolutely.
but yeah.
How honestly, man, like how are you feeling? I think my first question was gonna be, for anyone else, was how does it feel having someone like Jeep on the back line in that anchor position who is just so able to close out games. And I guess I'm asking you, how does it feel being that guy?
I mean, honestly, it could be a little stressful, especially like being anchor. It's basically like there's a lot more weight. The further down you go, or like the later you go, the more weight the weight I hold like as an anchor. So it's like there's a good chance that I could either completely sweep the game or I could completely choke it for the entire team. And that's always in like the back of my mind. I try to like not think about it so much, to just play through the game. So, but other than that, yeah, it feels like there's a lot of weight, but I'm still being able to deliver, so that makes me pretty happy.
Well, they say pressure makes diamonds, and I can say that was some pretty diamond level play right there. My question is essentially, when you look at your guys' team composition, you have two, as I would describe them, unique zoners, in the sense that you don't see a Rosalina and Alamar every single day, and then on the back end you have two characters that literally just kill you with one hit, or touch of death stuff. When going into any given week, how do you tackle the who we're going to send out first, or the order that you send out your players? How is that sort of?
So it's basically based on comfort, but usually we try to do like counter picks, like based on like particular matchups. And I know like a lot of people have like, oh, these are bad matchups for example, like bad matchups for Olimar, or really rough, like personally rough matchups for like Hero, because I know from one of our other players, they personally struggle against Hero, even though like their character is kind of like, kind of puts in like an even perspective. But we do it like based on comfort for the most part. But we usually just like come together and we just sort of decide like, hey, who wants this? It's like, do you want to do this, or you want to do that? It's more so just not so much a one person decides everything. It's more of like we collectively decide like, what's the best course of action. So different matchups. So it's all based on comfort.
Cool. And kind of speaking to that team dynamic, these games got pretty close. Honestly, the first one was really down to the wire, and this one would have been too if you didn't, 0 to death them right off rip. And so when you get into these kind of last person or even these last stock situations, what's the team environment kind of like? What is the atmosphere, and how do you guys kind of keep each other's heads in the game?
Yeah, we definitely we definitely keep each other's heads in the game, and it's it can be very, very quiet, but we know that we have each other's backs no matter what, and knowing that, we did well, we did the best we could, and that's all that matters. And whether or not we win or lose, it's always going to be like a learning experience from either side. But knowing like my teammates, they tell me like, you got this, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about whatever happens. If a hero like clipped my stock, then I'll be like, yeah, okay, you got it. Whatever. Next stock. We'll go through a new one. But more so like we're just coming together as more of like, being the moral support that the team has, because it's a very small team. It's just a 4-person team. And what I like about it is that it's more so of like a personal connection between the players, and we're able to just sort of like, connect each other, not so much just as teammates, but just as, friends. And having like that support from your friends is always going to beat out like anything that comes against you. That's what I think.
Excellent. Yeah, my last question here. Sorry about that. My last question here is, when it comes to just standard one-on-one Smash, there's a lot of emphasis put on stage picks. However, in the environment of a crew battle, a lot of times that whole like idea can sort of get put on the back burner, because it's typically just so many different matchups happening at like one given match. Sorry, let me get this right. are stages done on a character per character basis, or is it another like thing of like choosing a stage by committee of like, hey, I think you should do this, or hey, how do you feel about this stage? Or do you just leave it up to the player?
It sort of depends. We do like, I would normally, like, for me, my best stages in my opinion would be like FD and Smashville, because Luigi can like pretty much like an FGC in the case that if he needs like a small stage and very very like small very small space, so that way they can like track down opponents like or characters like very very quickly, and usually pick like whatever stage they leave out. Or if there's like another stage that I'm just like that they banned, like if they ban both stages and then they ban another stage, I'm like, okay, now I have to think about the matchup itself. It's like, okay, what is for example, what does Hero want, or what does Pyramithra want? Do they want platforms? Yes, then we can go to like another stage that doesn't really have too much off of platforms. If they don't, then I'll be like, okay, there's a little bit more wiggle room. I can pick out like stages. I can pick out like different stages that, you know, my next best like comfort pick against that matchup in particular. But when it comes to like everyone else, excuse me, it just depends on like how they feel. Do they feel like they really like this stage, or if it's based on a matchup where that character can actually thrive better in, then we'll be like, okay, we can ban the stage, or we can pick out like a different stage just so we can either diminish the ability of the opponent versus enhancing the ability of our characters as best as possible. And it's not, you know, it's not like a one size fits all thing. It's more so like every character can benefit off of every stage theoretically, but we just need to figure out like what is the best given options that we have, and we try to work with it as much as we can.
That is awesome. That is an in-depth answer to the stage situation. I appreciate you going so deep on that. I think that's all the questions, all the time we're gonna have for you. Before we let you go, do you have anyone to shout out? Anyone you want to rattle off before we see you off?
A good bit actually. I like to give a shout out to all my friends here. My friend Roz is right next to me. My coach Lumen, who's able to make this all possible. Really thankful for the shoutcasters. My team for really pushing themselves to, you know, get better and better and really engage in like that, and that sort of team dynamic. I'm really proud of them. I said shout out to Lumen, shout out to Shoutcaster, shout out to my team, shout out to our entire esports program for making like all this possible. My family for just I guess no. My family for just sort of supporting me on like this whole road, and I like to give a shout out to just special someone, just a special someone of interest that, you know, just been really supportive about supportive about this whole thing. So I'm really happy about that. So just want to shout out too.
Well, that is awesome. Thank you so much for joining us today, Jeep. Honestly, amazing performance from you. We'll be excited to see Loyola again in the future soon.
Thank you. I really appreciate being here, man.
All right, and with that, honestly teaching us about the power of friendships, the entire dynamic of stage bans, and counterpicking Jeep there with honestly a very insightful response to all of those things. I really appreciated how hard he was willing to go. That being said, our time with Loyola has come to an end. Jeep, we say goodbye. We salute you as you go into the sunset with a 2-0 over Ole Miss and bump that record up to 4 wins. That being said, we're not done with Smash this evening quite yet, and so after this next break, we'll see you with another crew battle. Don't go anywhere.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the NACE Star League for Week 6. We got more Smash coming to you. This time we got Central Washington and North Dakota State. We got some Cougars, we got some Bison, and we have two undefeated teams. Nurse, how are you feeling about this very, very high matchup?
I'm feeling good. And in case one crew battle wasn't enough for you, I've got some great news. There's one more on the horizon, and not just one more, but one more between, like you said, two undefeated teams as the players come up on the side here. Pearlescent, Lacha, Horace, and Jaw on the side of Central Washington, and Aaron, Jake Fox, Pixel Claw, and King Phillip on the side of North Dakota State. And
my goodness, they are off and running.
No time to talk. We're into the game. King Phillip on the Dark Pit, Lacha on the side of the Lincoln. These guys fast and furious.
Yeah, we're going off, starting on the FD. The difference between, the difference between the Dark Pit and the normal pit. Dark Pit hits a little bit harder on the arrows, and the side B does a little bit more different stuff. But Link, the big Link, no fast buttons here, just strong buttons.
Oh, and the jump actually taken, the up B used early. Unfortunately, King Philip unable to convert off of that opportunity, but Dark Pit, once you get the combos going, they actually are surprisingly good in that advantage state. Unfortunately, though, the up B is gonna break Lacha out of that situation, and the bomb at ledge can be so hard to play around if you don't know how.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. Like one misstep, you're eating a bomb, and it's not like eating a normal Link bomb. This one's gonna do some extra damage.
Not only that, but actually if the bomb is bouncing at the ledge, Link can actually just combo an F tilt or an F smash off of it. And so you have to be really wary. And unfortunately for King Philip, at first stock goes the way of Lacha.
Really, really well timed F tilt there from Lacha as well. Now let's see if King Philip can sort of just even things back up here.
I would love to see a little bit more pressure off stage from King Philip. He's had a couple opportunities to go off stage to try and make a big play happen, and Link honestly has a little bit of a linear recovery. With Pit's multiple jumps, you should be able to get it, and so I want to see more plays like that, because Lacha will just give it to you, apparently.
Yeah, it doesn't get the jump from ledge to sort of ensure they can live. They just sort of drop down. It's like, let's see if the pogo will work. Unfortunately, left him not enough space to recover.
And I think you kind of mentioned it earlier, but the Dark Pit pick is very interesting here because it's generally considered that Pit is better than Dark Pit. And this is just solely due to the arrow's ability to be a very strong tool off stage. That being said, the Pit arrows and especially the side B do have their use cases.
It's you're sort of giving up maneuverability for strength, and while the strength isn't that noticeable, it does add up over time. And plus, if you have a hard time controlling normal pit arrows,
okay,
the Dark Pit arrows can be just what you need.
Absolutely. What a read from King Philip, covering the bomb recovery, covering the mash out of disadvantage with another F smash. That is just, it's fundamental awareness. It's just an amazing play coming out of King Philip, and now Lacha on the back foot after what was a great early start, but that F tilt will secure the stock. And with these records being loss free, I couldn't have asked for a closer game, and honestly, I expected a game this close.
Yeah, I've never okay, first off, what in the world? King Philip is going nutty here, but I've never seen a Link so consistent with F tilt at ledge. I know it's a very simple thing on paper, but timing get-ups and knowing that, okay, it's gonna be this kind of meaty, it's gonna be very, very tricky to time.
It's a great move, honestly, especially because it starts all the way above Link's head. You're able to convert off of it, even if they jump, even if they neutral get up, if that timing is right. And now 80% on both of these guys. This is going to set the pace for the rest of the crew battle. Whoever takes this first stock, and that arrow sets up a prime edge guard, but the early up B from Lacha. King Philip not ready for it, not aware of the bait that could have been at hand. And now, oh my gosh!
He lives! They're still living!
Not this time, not this time. And after what was an incredible read from King Philip on the bomb recovery, Lacha answers back with some big hits of their own to put Central Washington up 10 stocks to 9.
Yeah, only a 1 stock lead, but you gotta see both players. We saw some very high level technique from both sides on that one. We saw some very unique, bomb setups from Lacha. We saw some pretty tricky, multi-hit combo stuff coming out from King Philip. And yeah, now you're starting to see if these are the opening players for the second match. You can tell that these teams are both undefeated. Or you can tell why.
Yeah, honestly, I was gonna say you can definitely tell why the pace has been set by both Lacha and King Philip, who quite honestly looked very strong at different points in that matchup. And I think if you play that one 10 times, it probably goes 10 slightly different ways. And so even in this best of 3 situation, if we get those same players playing again, I think we'll see a different side of the coin potentially pop up, and that's an exciting prospect as we head into the second match.
Yeah, and looking at the kind of what I could find, what research I could find, we're looking at North Dakota State having Jake Fox on the sorry. I think somebody there's rats in my walls or something. I'm hearing something scratching. It's weird. So Jake Fox looking like possibly a Nest player. Aaron might be a Mii sword fighter, which in and of itself is like, what? Mii sword fighter? Yeah, it's not a character you see every day, but still a very, 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 very dangerous one.
In the year 2023, honestly, when Alt first came out, Mii sword fighter was not too uncommon. Especially around these parts. We had a couple of Mii sword fighter players come out and make waves when the game first came out, but honestly, ever since people learned how to deal with Tornado, it's been a little bit harder. But we're seeing Pixel Claw coming out with the Bowser, and aptly named Pixel Claw, looking to put the claw to this Link and take this stock without too much more being added to the board. And Bowser, certainly a character that can make that happen.
Yeah, Pixel Claw looking like big bodies, big bodies. A lot of heavy damage character. Only needing to take one stock. If she can get get these Nair stuff started, or possibly like the last time we saw Bowser, just very, very consistent with Rolling Fortress. A lot of possibilities.
Yeah, the tough part is against the zoner like Link, Bowser can struggle because of that big body. Pixel Claw is going to have to see if she can kind of weave her way in between these boomerangs and in between these kind of plays to make that big hit happen, because Lacha is not going to give it to her for free.
And really favoring down air at this point. I think one of maybe 3 moves we've seen, but here goes Bowser Bomb. That's going to be very, very key to her success.
Yeah, and honestly, Fire Breath is very strong at the ledge as well against Link, because Link has to recover right to the ledge. And ooh, I don't know how good the DI was on that up smash. Bowser, probably a little bit heavier than that, potentially could have lived there. Unfortunately for Pixel Claw, she is going to drop that stop. No, Lacha is going to be able to put one on the board, a lead that lasts more than 1 stock. 4 stocks taken so far for Lacha is a great spot to be in.
Usually doesn't go for the run up tilt there. Would have a hit below stage as well. Instead, it goes for kind of a heavy arena for a back air. Not going to find it. Okay, down air, still just putting work. And this is the thing with Bowser is Bowser only needed to take 1 stock here to really just move on. But we're seeing them not really throw out the most wide range of moves, but they're still getting that percent they need.
Yeah, I mean, it's been going fairly well. That being said, Lacha has found a lot of value off of calling out those down airs, and it seems like Pixel Claw is really struggling to find that big hit. Now, off stage and a jump used means Lacha will not be able to make it back to the stage, so only 1 stock down still here. Pixel Claw puts herself in a good position to try and tie this back up for North Dakota State. I think the problem is Bowser is a very counter-pickable character. And so if someone at Central Washington has a strong zoner matchup or has even just a comfortability pick, this could be one of those characters that is very hard to find those results with. That being said, she did choose to go in against the Link, so it doesn't get too much worse.
Yeah, going into the Link, and want to reiterate to you folks out there that in our research, we don't always find every single character or even get every single character right. And this game, especially specifically on the side of Central Washington, we got a couple of wild cards where we learn along right with you who they're going to be playing most, and that is Horus and Ja. The only thing we could find is that Blessed possibly being a Daisy Bayonetta player, and there is one of your zoner picks right there. Daisy can just sort of stay at range and just chuck turnips until the garden's empty.
Yeah, that it can be tough. Something like Peach or Daisy is not so bad if they don't have those huge combos online, but if they do, Bowser is prime target for getting hit with 60 to 80 to death kind of Peach or Daisy combos. So that's not a terrible pick on the side of Central Washington if that is something that they have in the bank, but I'm going to be interested to see what they choose, because comfortability also goes a long way in these tournaments. If you're just not comfortable playing against Bowser, especially with a little bit of input delay, you can be really handicapping yourself putting out just like good matchups.
Yeah, And there are characters that, while on paper we may play a character that wins the matchup or does really well in the matchup, but for some reason they just turn into mental blocks that you just can't get over. Like if you see my little guy up there, I'm playing Game Watch, I still struggle against Bowser's, even though on paper it's supposed to be combo food for me. I just get hit 3 times and boom, I'm dead. So that's another thing to keep in mind going in, is that just because a character goes in, it's like, why would they pick that? It could just be comfortable.
Yeah, and honestly, we're seeing it. Horus on the Joker, this is not what I would have chosen going into Bowser. But the comfortability, it has to be a thing, and Joker is certainly a character capable of making it happen. It's just as a matter of if Horus is able to play clean enough to make it happen. And honestly, we've seen so much Joker, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it's worked one time out of the 4 or 5 that we've seen it. This character is a tough one to pilot at this level.
Yeah, you got to be asking that. I'm going to bring it up a bit later, so no need to address it at the moment. But here comes our Shen ready to play already. Don't want to be SD
That did a lot of damage. That did a lot of damage. And that's where Joker can kind of make his money, is on those big hits with Arsene active, the down air into the up smash to get just a ton of damage on the board. That being said, if you don't take the stock against Bowser, if you do not confirm the stock, Joker is going to have a lot of trouble killing this character, Bowser being the heaviest character in the game.
Yeah, and you can see that right there, back throw 136, gun. Really not much is moving this this big old turtle.
Pixie Claw really trying to get off the ledge, living to these late percents, and even a back air at 150 is not enough to do it. The get up attack will not land, but the grab is the only punish that could have been an up smash, that could have been a stock, and now Pixie Claw has gotten herself another chance back into this. Unfortunately, an early Whirling Fortress is going to allow Horus to pick up that stock.
See here, can Pixie Claw get anything started here? 123, any kind of thing. And up tilt will most likely do it at this point.
Yeah, pretty much anything will do it. I think Pixie Claw is probably looking for a side B, trying to get that stock just kind of the easy way on a mix-up like that. We've also seen her, throw out a couple of Whirling Fortresses. She's not afraid to pull the trigger on that down air. That being said, these jumps back to stage, these early jumps to try and avoid the ledge, Horus is more than comfortable catching them, and Pixie Claw's taken a ton of damage just for this one greedy option that she keeps going for.
Yeah, and there
nice.
Goes. Up air up high will do it.
It's a good call out on the jump, and if you're Pixie Claw, you're really hoping for this next stock. Already at 100% with an Arsene in the back burner, it is a big ask, but if anyone can do it, it certainly is Bowser.
You just gotta be careful.
Jump.
Make sure you get your landings right.
Okay. That could have been a jab lock. And these kind of flame breaths in neutral are absolutely gonna get Pixie Claw killed at some point here. You can't be just letting it rock. And unfortunately now, at the ledge against Arsene, almost anything will do the trick, and the back air certainly is more than enough. Horus looks pretty comfortable on that Joker.
Yeah, we see the Joker work out a little bit there.
Yeah,
gets the back air, got pretty much everything they needed. Got all the punishes on Pixie Claw that they needed as well. Now just looking forward here, like, okay, got a bit of a lead here. How are we going to maintain it?
Yeah, and this is a real lead too. This is not the fake 1-stock lead that we tout so often. This is a 2-stock lead, meaning that there are extra stocks going into these situations that are not so easily tied up. You're going to have to take 2 off of Horus without losing 1 if you want to even this back up on the side of North Dakota State, which is, easier said than done if Horus is playing as well as he was throughout that game. I think in particular, catching those aggressive jumps back onto the stage from Pixie Claw, it was just very, very clean. And that's what you have to do as Joker. You have to play that kind of long game where, you hit them, you throw Bowser off stage, you wait for them to jump back, you grab them, you throw them back off stage, you wait for them to jump back, you grab them, you throw them back off stage, right? And it's this kind of over and over and over and over until Bowser's at, 140, 150, and then you kill Bowser with a back air. So Horus more than willing to play that kind of game.
Yeah, it's a case. it's the prime example of they don't ask you how you get them. They just ask if you got them.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how you take the stock. Did you take the stock? It took you a little bit, but you still took it at the end.
Yeah. And honestly, if you go for that riskier playstyle or that more flashy playstyle, that's when Bowser can make things happen, right? That's when, you accidentally get hit with a back air, or you may accidentally get hit with an F smash, or you accidentally get hit with an up smash, or you get hit with a ton of down airs, whatever it might be. That's when Bowser makes a lot of, kind of his money as a character is in those mistake situations. And so by playing that slow game, ensuring you're just playing that kind of clean reset neutral, you kind of mitigate opportunities for those mistakes to arise.
Yeah, Bowser, along the lines of even Ganondorf and a bunch of these big characters, they thrive off fear. They just know oh yeah, I know I'm going to be able to kill you in 3 hits. So I'm going to use that to my advantage to just throw out a bunch of these really fast moves that hit really hard that you don't really expect coming, because as soon as you try to approach, I'm going to snuff it out with whatever you're not expecting.
Yeah, and honestly, we saw a couple of not bad options from Pixie Claw, but a couple of greedy options for sure. Particularly the flame breaths in neutral, without even coming out of a short hop or something while Horus was in shield, just kind of invited those free punishes or those free neutral wins. I think if she's able to tighten that up a little bit and clean it up a little bit, that game probably goes a lot differently.
Yeah. And looking like coming in next, we have Jake Fox.
Jake Fox. Does Jake Fox play Fox?
That's yet to be found out. Apparently,
that is the question.
Apparently, to peek behind the curtain a little bit, apparently they bumped the switch and they have to get back in the lobby.
Oh my gosh! Who raged? Or who popped off? Let me know.
Who bumped the switch?
Who was it? Who's getting rowdy? You can...
Party foul. You don't bump the switch.
You need to control yourself, all right? This is my only warning.
Hey, go take a walk.
Take a walk. Run it back. It's a best of 3. That is okay. I mean, it happens. It happens.
it happens to all of us. And then it does look like it's going to be a Ness.
Interesting. Jake Fox plays Ness.
Could just be their name.
Consider
I got a friend whose name is Wolf.
Consider that. Just consider it.
Yeah.
There's a player named C Falcon. I think he plays Joker. Consider it.
Yeah.
His name is literally C Falcon. It's Chris Falcon.
Yeah, and I know.
Which is a crazy name, first of all. But what a cool name. You imagine? Just being Chris Falcon?
Okay. That is actually a pretty cool name.
You sound like a race car driver, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
You sound like
a rock star.
Yeah, sunglasses wherever you should go. Yeah, honestly, it sounds like a fake name.
Yeah, it does kind of sound like a fake. I have a friend whose first name and last name are the same name. Obviously to avoid stuff, but he has the same first name and last name, and that's his whole name. And everybody's like, "That's not a real name. That's fake." He's like, "No, that's my real name."
It's just, my parents just don't like me that much.
Actually, his parents, yeah. Long story.
That mistake was made apparently, and now no mistakes left to be made on the side of ND State as Jake Fox comes in with the Nest looking cool Joker okay on the other side of things, and these stocks need to come off, and they need to come off fast. That being said, Nest I actually think is okay against Joker in the neutral and in advantage state. It's that disadvantage where things get pretty tricky.
Yeah, it's really just gonna be like won and lost at these early percents. Can Ness get stuff started? The stretcher! Woo! Get him out of here! Get him out of here! Well, that's a wee woo moment. The stretcher came in and the ambulance took him away.
I'm back in 2014. What year is it, Maximus? What year is it?
You miss tech on platform, you die.
Yeah, that's a rare one, especially since they slowed the platforms down in this game. Oftentimes people are able to get back, but Jake Fox wasting no time at all putting himself back in this game, putting himself back in the driver's seat, and Joker is looking like no problem at all for this little boy.
Yeah, and this is kind of what we're seeing. We're seeing like we saw a lot of times people are just sort of respect Arsene in a sense. There's like a difference between being scared and giving it respect. And Jake Fox is definitely giving it respect, where a lot of times we see people just try to be afraid of Arsene and its damage.
Yeah, and I mean that's the best way to. Oh, greed! It's greed. If you're getting a little juice on that up smash, will allow Horus to fall out of it. But Jake Fox, quite honestly, has been in full control of this game since the beginning, and the yo-yo will confirm the stock, the quickest 2 stock we've seen today. And Jake Fox, there's a reason he's still in the back lines. There's a reason North Dakota State is undefeated. Jake Fox saying, let's put us right back in this one. Let's get these stocks off the board and let's make it an even 6-6. No more lead for either side.
Let's wake the people up a little bit here. Let's show them some PK powers. Let's show them the mind powers of this child, and really just starting off strong. I keep going back to it because I keep thinking like Jake Fox expertly maneuvered around Arsene in a case where they were all up in Horus's face the entire time they had Arsene, and just were consistent with perfect shield timings, able to punish anything that Horus did with Arsene. It really just was like, okay, I know you have it, but I'm not going to let you use it in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, I mean, like, kind of like I was saying, the fastest way to get rid of Arsene is actually to hit Joker. And so I think you put it really well, is there's a difference between being scared of Arsene and respecting Arsene. And so being aware of when your punish opportunities arise, being aware of when you can actually scrap with Joker is so strong, because it cuts that Arsene time in half or even more. And we saw Jake Fox take really good control of that game really quickly.
Yeah, it was like from the jump, really. It was just Jake Fox like commanding, it's our turn, let's widen this thing a bit, let's crack it open and show you that, hey, we got some headhunters here on these back lines.
And that's the theme that we've been seeing today, is the killers kind of looming in the background, right? Maybe it's not the, people who, the individuals coming out first have been doing well. They've been performing well, and specifically Kmart on the side of Loyola performed very well in that second crew battle coming out first. But honestly, like the people like Jeep and Hero of Milkshakes who were coming out on the back lines at the end of things, where those guys were making big differences. And it seems like Jake Fox is another one of those guys on the back line trying to make this game happen.
Yeah, and now it looks like coming in next, we're seeing Pearlescent on the side of Central Washington coming out with some Bayonetta play.
Bayonetta is interesting. It can be tough. It can be tough being a Bayonetta player. It's very, going back to that feast or famine playstyle, where sometimes the kills come and sometimes the damage comes and things just kind of go your way as a Bayonetta player, and then other times they don't. Right? And it involves a lot of mastery of the character and a lot of willingness to make those big plays happen, which can be a scary prospect.
It's crazy. This character that went from the bane of Smash 4, literally, and some people say the character that just killed the game, now is sort of in the same boat as your Sheiks, your Young Links, these characters that can build a lot of percent very easily, but they can't kill consistently.
Yeah, it can be tricky trying to make those kind of things happen and trying to balance that damage versus kill power state. That being said, Bayonetta is also very strong off stage, and Ness's recovery does leave a little bit to be desired. So if Pearlescent is able to go off stage and make those big plays happen, I think there's opportunities for him to kind of get the one up on Jake Fox.
And already 40%, like just Big Fox saying, no, get off my stage, my turn. Oh, another time. There's bats within.
I mean, that was a clutch bats within, but already 74% built up on Pearlescent, and it will answer back with a cool 48, a quick 48. But it's not gonna be enough. It's not gonna be enough to put Jake Fox on the back seat, because Bayonetta does this damage, and so now that it's even or even Bayonetta favored, It looks good, but Ness kills so much earlier, so much easier, where Bayonetta maybe only half the stock is on. Ness is able to take it.
Yeah, Bayonetta can oftentimes just has to just carry him off stage and hope for like jabs, or you see combos like this end with a back air. Well,
it was close. It was close. If that nair hit, we could have seen something big happen in the back air. Will certainly killed by the ledge. Fortunately, those guns did not take the jump, and Jake Fox will take the opportunity to get back to the ledge, but at 150, this is where things start getting scary, and the forward throw won't do it, but honestly, that that witch time really bailed Perlescent out of that situation.
Yeah, really, it just might have actually saved him a stock. Now,
dude, Jake Fox is doing such a good job of weaving in and out of these back airs, knowing where that kill move is and where it's going to come next. It's so hard for Perlescent to hit it, but a little bit of an overcommitment on that F smash will allow Perlescent to take the stock. Being said, it is not without its struggles already at 112.
Oh my gosh.
Bouncing into the PK flash. What a misplay.
Off the backboard, out of mid-air, Jake Fox landing the PK flash and gets another one. Oh my god, I've never seen one PK flash land in a match, let alone two, go for three. Oh my gosh, Jake Fox.
Somebody help Perlescent. Jake Fox has awoken. Somebody help Central Washington. Jake Fox is looking unstoppable, and an up B out of shield will stop what would have inevitably been a shield break, but Perlescent needs to answer back in a big way right now. If Jake's able to take two, this went from a big lead on the side of Central Washington to a big lead on the side of North Dakota State.
Yeah, and now, had the grab back there with that percent, probably would have definitely killed.
Oh my gosh. And now you can see the nerves kind of setting in. Both these guys just swinging back and forth, trying to find a hit, trying to make it happen. But Ness, the kill power is simply more consistent. The back air will take the stock, and Jake Fox, 5 stocks to his name.
Still
5, 2,
rolling.
5. How many stocks did he take? 4, 5? More than 3.
Yeah,
and he's
more
got
than
2 left in the bank. Jake Fox has been looking unstoppable, taking, like we said, a Central Washington sided game. Heavily, 2 stocks in the lead, comfortable lead, to a North Dakota switcheroo, a complete swap of the stock lead, and now 2 on the side of North Dakota State as Central Washington goes into their last player, and they're still staring down the face of Jake Fox.
Still staring down the face of Jake Fox, and they still have Aaron, another player that we don't even like.
We don't know what they can do. We don't know what they have. We don't know what they play. It's just there are question marks still on the board, and if Aaron is able to put on a performance even near what Jake Fox has done so far, I fear for Central Washington's chances in bringing this one back.
And the last wild card of the day, Ja, is now the anchor for Central Washington University. Unsure who they're going to be playing, but it's got to be somebody that with this has to be a high level. Yeah, it's got to be good. Really, that's no need to mince words, but it's got to be good, no matter
and
what the character
hopefully,
is.
Quite frankly, hopefully good against Ness.
Yeah, hopefully good against Ness.
Because Jake Fox has been on an absolute tear this crew battle, and I mean, what a play from a character I would not have expected it from. And doing things like tech chase PK flash, or using PK flash to catch the side bounce of the Bayonetta side B, it's matchup knowledge, it's character knowledge, and it's just freaking optimal, man.
Those are the kind of options that in many cases you get only in flow state. Like when you're in the zone and you
start feeling it.
You're seeing code in real time, and it's like you're gonna be there right then and there. It's like we almost saw that a little bit. Remember when Jake Fox reared up with the bat and how they lost their first stock? They pulled the bat out. Well, a little bit different timing.
Okay, Pikachu.
And
doesn't do that good against Ness. one of Pikachu's like 3 losing matchups is generally agreed to be Ness. It's unlucky. I'll say that at the very least.
It is rough, yeah, especially because Pikachu relies so heavily on T-Jolt, which Ness can just be like, no, PSI Magnet, and I'm going to get rid of that, and it's going to heal me. But
oh my gosh.
Oh my.
I mean, 37% for free. You'll take that any day of the week. And the heal. Oh my God. Jake Fox, stop. He's just a boy. He's just a small little mouse. He's just a rat. You can't do this to people. You're not allowed.
But keep in mind, we still saw like off the opening bell, Ja just like no. I don't care if this is a bad matchup. I'm just gonna immediately hit you with all the normal Pikachu.
This is so bad. Wow, he actually got back to the ledge somehow.
I'm surprised.
I have no idea how that worked. I'm a little mad if I'm Jake Fox, honestly. All right, this recovery is so hard to intercept. If he's able to do it, which he's not. A
Rough
miss
angles
from Jake Fox, and honestly, if I'm Ja, I'm celebrating because that was not going well.
Uh-oh, we got the loops.
No, that's pretty hard.
Drop the loops off. Yeah, loops, especially on Wi-Fi. I've only seen one person, shout out Pickman's, playing them consistently offline.
All right, the Nair, the next one by the ledge, will do it. A back throw anywhere on the stage will also do it. So Jake Fox probably looking just to secure this one stock, but if Ja is able to take this out without losing this stock, that is a huge boon for Central Washington and a huge swing on what has already been a swingy game.
Oh, just sort of letting stuff rip here at 167. Oh
wow. My gosh, how is he alive? Okay, the Nair will take the stock, and so Jake Fox guarantees that there will be no even footing in the final game, but now it is a matter of who can close it out. Can Jake Fox make that an even more uneven footing, or will Ja just kind of settle it too?
We're looking at two characters that are pressing, oh my gosh, a lot of characters pressing a lot of buttons.
They are missing punishes left and right. I'll tell you that much. The pressure is palpable, and these two individuals feel that they need to make something happen right now.
Yeah, and Jake Fox trying to get that first like PK fire setup started, but Ja is just being very, very consistent and just not being hit by any of them and always landing whether it be a fair or a backer, and that's a deep fair to take. Wow. Jake Fox last time.
Honestly, incredible performance coming out of Ja in a matchup where they are not favored to do particularly well, able to take two stocks off of Jake Fox, who has honestly run through a lot of the other members of your team. So I think this is honestly the best case scenario, or one of the best case scenarios for Central Washington, coming out of that Jake Fox reign of terror with Ja. Pikachu going in with two stocks on the receiving end against Aaron, who is kind of a mystery going into this final match.
Yeah, obviously it looks like we're gonna have Pikachu, a very, very solid Pikachu with that Ja playing very, very hot, knowing all the capabilities of the character. And then Aaron on their side, their Mii Sword Fighter is a bit of an unknown at this point.
Oh yeah. I don't even know how I feel about that matchup. I think if you go with Mii Sword Fighter with the Reflector and the Chakram and then the Tornado Neutral B, there's something to be said about it, but you know, Mii Sword Fighter's recovery, no matter what up B you pick, often leaves something to be desired, and that's where Pikachu can really capitalize. And so I think it's going to be a bit of a matchup check for both of these people going into this final match.
Yeah, like you said, I think that is the ideal loadout for Mii Sword Fighter going into this one. But there's some deceptive power here that you kind of have to see to believe. In many cases, up air specifically is like, wait, that does that? That kills that early kind of stuff. It's one of those moves. It's like, wait, what? And then you can
just does this like
just zoop. And there's like stalling chakram, which is sort of just a lingering hitbox you can put out there. I saw a great tweet about it. I want to say it was from Larry Lurs that said the meta for the Miis is so untapped just because there's such a stigma with playing Mii.
Oh my gosh, and the Sans outfit, Aaron.
With the Dapper Sans.
I mean, no better way to dress up for this final momentous performance. And we see off the rip, the reflector is online. The tornado is online on the side of Aaron, so they will have a loadout. That is very good. But honestly, yeah, the Star Fox up B, not actually the hero spin, and so we'll be relying on up air outside of the neutral B instead of up B. It's high recovery's been working out a little bit.
Able to get it gets the turnaround too. Probably wanted to grab there, but there's tornado up air. That's going to be one of the key confirms in this matchup.
And trades like that are so in Aaron's favor right now. They're so good. Wait, I know who Aaron is.
Number 1 in North Dakota?
Yeah. Is this the same Aaron?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I know Aaron. I play Aaron. Aaron is incredible. We should have been talking about this the whole time. Aaron is very, very good.
I noticed that actually. I clicked on their profile in the production chat we have going on here, and it says number 1 in North Dakota. I'm like, oh, okay, so we got a good player.
Yeah.
A really good player here.
Aaron is very, very strong and has performed well at a series of offline events, and so we didn't really do them a lot of justice in hyping this up, but Aaron is certainly favored going into this. A very strong anchor for the side of North Dakota, and Jaw already losing that stock. The hill just gets bigger and bigger.
Very, very tough. And right now, at 130, though, pretty much, down. Oh, wow. Uh-oh. Yeah,
wow.
There we go.
Crazy.
Drag down Nair, up smash.
It's a nice conversion out the side of Jaw, and if they're able to get this conversion off the back air, potentially an edge guard could come through, but unfortunately unable to convert on that side of things. And Aaron is so consistent with this tornado pressure, so consistent with these punishes. It's no surprise that they are looking so strong in this match right now.
With grab there. Back on 84%.
Oh
the
my
tornado,
god.
the fixed knockback it has and the way it works, it's just so good for. Oh wow, that was a big up smash too.
And the up air doesn't quite do it. I was gonna say, nothing feels worse than spot dodging the tornado and still getting hit by it. It actually just feels awful. And now, the Sword Fighter.
A little lost in the sauce there.
How do you accidentally taunt? Like the Joy-Con maneuver? Is Jaw on Joy-Cons? Like,
who knows? But even then, it was no punish. Taunts and follows up with a grab with no actual punish. But
oh, what an air dodge read. And that is just a little bit of match unfamiliarity on the side of Jaw. Aaron, the anchor for North Dakota State University, and the number 1 player in North Dakota who I definitely know. It's so embarrassing that I didn't pick up on that sooner. Secures the win for the side of North Dakota State. They will go up 1-0 against Central Washington, but don't go anywhere because this is a best of 3. And so we'll have to see if Central Washington is able to answer back right after this.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Nate's League. I am Maximus, joined again by Nurse. And if you missed it, you missed North Dakota State coming out with a pretty commanding win in Game 1 against Central Washington University with the help of Aaron on me, Sword Fighter. Nurse, looking forward to this game number 2. Where do you think Central Washington has to shake things up a bit to get a different result?
It is tough. It is tough considering the back line of North Dakota State. You know, we saw good performances, honestly, coming out of Dark Pit and Pixie Claw. Dark Pit being King Philip. Sorry, King Philip, you were earlier in this game. We saw good performances coming out of King Philip and Pixie Claw as far as taking those early stocks and ensuring that they did have some kind of value in terms of stock taking power. And then we just saw, you know, Jake Fox and Aaron just come out swinging on the latter half of things, right? Those two were able to put up a performance that almost looked like they'd be able to take out the whole team by themselves. And so Central Washington trying to switch things up by sending in their anchor first, Jaw, against King Philip, hopefully trying to take out a lot of stocks without losing any, I imagine, is the strategy.
Yeah, this is going to be tough. Actually, much tougher for King Philip because Pikachu, very, very small character, is able to sort of pancake under a lot of moves, like that Nair specifically.
Yeah, on the other side of things, you know, Dark Pit does have a reflector, so T-Jolt is less of a just overwhelming threat, but Jaw showed that they are a very proficient player, that they are very strong on this Pikachu, and so King Philip is going to need to step up to the task and take a couple of stocks here. Starts with his down throw, but already 80% on the side of King Philip.
Yeah, it's tough because they're trying to get anything started here, and they just can't hit the little mouse. The only thing they did get was when there was like a misinput, down B's, they managed to get a punish there, but still, anything else has been impossible to get here from King Philip, as they're just going to go deep, going to mess the angle as well and lose the first stock, 22% 10.
And this was definitely the strategy on the side of Central Washington, sending out Jaw first, sending out the Ringer to try and take these early stocks without losing anything, but anything less than a 2-stock is probably a little bit disappointing for what Jaw was going for here. And so they need to keep the pace up. Honestly, Jaw needs to make sure that this stock doesn't come up, because right now the onus is on King Philip to make that upset happen. And if it does, this game could look honestly even worse than the last one.
Yeah, it's going to be rough. And already at 74%, they're about to get lapped. So things are looking pretty good in the way for Jaw right now. Not going to do anything. There's a little back air as well. Back air fair. Such consistency with these fairs. Goes deep, going for the side beat. Be careful with these rolls on stage.
All right, back on the stage is King Philip using that orbiter, and the armor for the side B actually not coming out, almost costing him his life. And in fact, it will cost him his life. Only 74 on the side of Jaw. And if this turns into a 3-stock, you are very, very happy. Oh, that should be it, actually. A little bit of a miss on that kill confirm.
Up air not landing like they need it to.
All right, down throw back air. No, just opts for the forward throw. Down throw can set up into back air. It can also set up into up air if the DI is incorrect. So there were options there for King Philip at the ledge to try and make a kill confirm happen, but just opting for the safeness of the forward throw, and the up smash will not connect. King Philip really needs to find this stock.
I think there's a couple of cases here where they could get like a down smash off, but it could, you know, what do I know? It could just be a too risky of an option for this point in the game.
The down throw comes out, the jump is used, and the quick attack to safety. One of the strengths of Pikachu is the ability to so quickly change that momentum and maintain that hitbox, and now King Philip is on the back foot. They need to find this stock. This stock needs to happen, and a fair at the ledge will do it. A forward throw at the ledge will do it, but the same can be said for Jaw, who smells blood in the water right now.
Yep, 88%, 147. Pikachu's going to have some rage here and do a little bit more damage, a little faster. Okay,
that should be it. No!
Oh, another miss. Costly miss. Dash attack. Interesting DI as well. Going a little deep here.
Oh my gosh, not punishing the forward smash at the ledge either. And Jaw is looking to close this one out in a 3-stock. He will! King Philip unable to find the stock at 160% despite a couple of kill confirm opportunities. And Jaw answering back to that last crew battle in a big way and forcing North Dakota State to consider sending out one of the ringers early.
That is expertly played from Jaw. They just walled out King Philip with everything they had available and did a fantastic job maneuvering around King Philip's like aerials as well. A couple of unfortunate drops from King Philip's though, and yeah, I gotta say this is just a tough matchup on paper. That was just really tough match because hits, we all know they have inconsistency with their multi-hits and stuff. And against a character with very consistent multi-hits like Pikachu, you gotta land your stuff, or else that's gonna be the outcome.
Yeah, it is tough, and unfortunately, like we said, unable to convert off the down air, unable to convert off the up tilt. The opportunities were there, but the execution was just a little bit off, and so Jaw has to be feeling pretty good. Honestly, has to be feeling pretty good, and this is a bigger lead than Central Washington had even in the last crew battle when they were ahead that 2 stocks. They've now secured the 3-stock lead, but it is at the risk of Jaw going out early. I think the big question on my mind is North Dakota going to send out Aaron? And no, they're going to send out Jake Fox, which I don't know if it's much better for the side of Central Washington.
Yeah, this is the kind of matchup I would expect the sort of response I would get, because I don't think Pixel Claw on the Bowsers really anywhere is probably the worst option at that point. So you want to send somebody that's going to have a good matchup against Pikachu and somebody that you know is already playing at a very high level on the day. Jake Fox fits that move perfectly.
The problem is, though, because of the value that Jake Fox found on the other side of things, if Jaw is able to beat Jake Fox here, that is a heavy hitter out of the crew battle for the side of North Dakota State, and a very significant lead to have to come back from. Oh my gosh, you went for it.
Rocket, yeah. Tilt dash attack, okay.
Interesting down smash. The back throw should come out, not quite enough to kill, and the PK flash will not connect. The like very aggressive dash attack though on the side of Jaw, who has looked amazing in this matchup, but absorbing the thunder. Oh, that should be it.
You know what? I think that's it. That is a key that
should be it.
Yeah, back throw.
Yeah.
Wow, deleted. That both Ness and Mr. Game Watch have in common is they know, okay, if I'm gonna be at that up throw percent, I can just sort of mash down B, and I'm gonna get some resources for it, whether it be bucket or we saw their recovery and health. Good job shooting the full down smash as well.
Yeah, kind of a greedy option out the side of Jaw, trying to make that stock happen, and the DI is not so good, but luckily for Jake Fox, able to convert, and the Thunder will secure his way back to the ledge.
Tilt 149, the percent keeps building. Able to get a little bit back. Okay, now that's tough because you're trying to contest Pikachu getting back on the stage, but you know, like Pikachu has buttons to match your buttons, so.
Yeah, I mean, they're both
a little game of chicken.
They're both scrappy characters, and Pikachu in particular very strong on the ledge, and with that up throw at 160% will secure the stock, but you know, 50%, not too much of a lead.
No, not too much of a lead, not terrible, but still, I think, you know, any progress here is good progress.
Oh, that's really bad.
Down smash.
Oh, these mix-ups on the PK Magnet. Jaw is getting his ankles broken, and we said 54%, not much of a lead. I'll take a stock on the side with that one.
0 to 11. Now it's time for things to get wide open. Still only a 2-stock lead now separating the both teams.
I think if Jake Fox is able to take this with 2 stocks left in the tank, this is a nightmare scenario for Central Washington. Because
you don't want to be caught just holding forward and clanking.
Oh, the air dodge will allow Jake Fox back to the ledge, and Jaw has been doing an amazing job this stock of securing no jump and just missing the down smash. The read was right. Jaw is looking so good right now.
Really.
Okay, the PK
Hey, there's
Fire is
counter.
huge damage. That does about 40% just for a solid hit on the PK Fire. 100% now on Jake Fox. 107. Nothing but a smash attack will kill at this percent. But Pikachu so good at racking on damage and so good at taking stocks with just the right read. And Nightmare scenario avoided for the side of Central Washington. Jake Fox is taken down to 1 stock.
Now it's up to Jaw to make sure, really put that nail in the coffin and take Jake Fox out. See if no, back air dead.
Oh, and not expecting that back air to hit. The DI is not there on the side of Jaw, but I don't know what more you could ask from the guy. I mean, Jake Fox went on an absolute tear in the last crew battle, taking 6 stocks, I believe, before Jaw finally was able to take him out. Jaw took 3 from King Philip and another 2 off of Jake Fox. That is more than you could ask out of that guy who put up just a heroic performance. But it is now on the rest of the Central Washington team to rise to the occasion. Even with 1 stock left, we've seen what Jake Fox is able to do, and he cannot be allowed to do it again.
No, really, this is where you stop the bleeding, because at this point you have 1 stock left to take off Jake Fox. You know that, okay, coming in next is either a Bowser that loves to do down air just out of nowhere, or the #1 player in all of North Dakota. So you could assume very well that the #1 player in North Dakota is going to be the anchor of the team. So you would need 1 person to take 1 stock off of the nest before things open up a little bit. And looking at Bayonetta, Link, Joker, I think you just go for the heaviest hitter and try and, win a war of attrition. Because at the end of the day, like, whoever hits harder, probably gonna take the stock first.
Yeah, honestly, and Link was looking very strong, despite coming out first last time. I think there were kind of signs of life there for making a big run happen. And if you're trying to make something huge, like a stock taken, just kind of appear out of nowhere, I think Link is a great option for it. And certainly Central Washington does, as well as Lacha will be taking the stage. The one thing you have to worry about here is Ness's down smash at the ledge will be a boon for Link to deal with. Very challenging.
Yeah, very tough. But I think if we've seen anybody that can sort of, really turn the tides of things and turning this into a 1 stock, like Jake Fox takes 2 here, everything is open right back up.
Yeah, Jake Fox cannot be allowed to take 2 stocks here. That's just straight up what it is. And reading the high recovery, Jake Fox has seen that one before. And is that a stock already? Oh
It
my
is!
god. Oh,
It is!
no. I said nightmare
12%.
scenario averted. I lied. Jake Fox is the nightmare incarnate, man.
That was so much shield pressure as well. Oh my gosh. Another situation like that, I guarantee you, like, Lacha's losing their entire shield. Oh, the boomerang coming into the rescue.
Yeah, that was the most clutch boomerang you're gonna see this year for sure. But Jake Fox keeping the pressure on Lacha, trying their best to make this pressure go away, trying their best to get back into that mid-range zone. But Jake Fox is on them every step of the way. It takes a missed tech read to actually get them some breathing room. And now back at the ledge, they will regain center stage.
Yeah, is that Jake Fox? Do some ingenuity there, knowing, okay, if I land the PK Fire, I can just throw bomb into it for some extra damage. Interesting. Uh-oh. Up smash gonna do a lot of percent there early.
Yeah, it was a nice up smash coming out the side of Lacha. Honestly, the first big hit that they've been able to land this whole series, and you need to see something come out here, need to see some sort of play. Another up smash actually coming out will put Jake Fox on a little bit of notice, but this stock needs to get taken right now. Oh my gosh.
Oh, back throw.
I don't know if it would have been enough to save you. And speak it and it shall happen. Jake Fox takes 2 stocks, and that lead that we saw is just starting to disappear.
At 136 though, there's gonna be a lot more percent moving here.
It just takes one big hit for Lacha to close this out, but we've seen how strong Jake Fox can be when it comes to taking stocks. Nothing can be taken for granted, and it is not. The forward tilt goes unpunished, and the up B will secure the stock, and so it didn't go well, but it could have gone worse.
Yeah. Wasn't the best on paper, could have been cleaner, but it's not a completely even game or a losing situation. And now looking at things here, Lacha, 1 stock left. Lesson and Horace still in waiting. Got a tall order for whoever comes in next. Basically, you need at least Pixel Claw's gotta really show up here.
Yeah, so with Aaron in the back line, I'm sure North Dakota State is feeling confident even in being down a stock, but Pixel Claw needs to have a little bit of a better performance than they did on the other side of things, because relying on Aaron to make a 6 or 7 stock comeback is very, very challenging even for a player of their caliber. So Pixel Claw needs to take this stock off Lacha, and preferably needs to take 1 or 2 more to make this look competitive and make it not such an insurmountable comeback, because it's in the grasp of North Dakota State, but Central Washington, with that counter pick off the hop, really put themselves in a great position.
Yeah, couldn't have said it better myself. Sitting in a pretty good position. Looking forward to this next one, and but it does sound like it's going to be Pixel Claw, and we're going to PS2. PS2 has the best games.
I mean, it's standard, it's basic. We saw Pixel Claw go here last time, so it might just be a comfort pick for her. And we also saw, I believe Pixel Claw took at least 1 stock off of Lacha, so we know she's capable of it. We know that she can do it, and I fully expect this stock to go at some point. It's just a matter of how many Lacha is going to get before that stock falls. If you're the side of North Dakota, you're hoping it's 0. You're hoping that this becomes an even 6-6, but it is a big ask. Again, Bowser in this zoning matchup.
Already, though. Okay. Oh, gotta be careful. Bomb. Grabbing it. And here we see some of these going out already. Good job denying Lacha ability to, just really continue to combo you with bomb.
All right, and there we go. That's the flame
here's...
breath we're looking for. Actually, out of shield, or not out of shield, but out of a tomahawk grab or a tomahawk situation, that's when you can secure those flame breaths, not in neutral. And so, great adjustment already on the side of Pixel Claw, who is looking very, very strong in this first game.
Something I would have liked to see a little bit more coming out for Pixel Claw coming out later here is when your opponent's on the platform, you can just sort of run underneath the platform and up tilt, and you're going to cover the entire thing anyways. And you get a lot of kills that way as well.
Yeah, you can cover landings with that. You can also use up smash for the same purpose, but the run up whirling fortress will also do the trick. Please, flame breath. Yes! The adaptation, the learning. Someone had to talk with Pixel Claw in between games, because we're seeing the adaptations in real time. It's options that just didn't come out, and that should be a side B. No, a whiff!
Even could have been an F tilt, but there's Bowser Bomb. Do it. Do they have the
great
DI on lock?
Great DI on the side of Lacha, and they aren't going to get hit with that down tilt. So still a chance to take a stock before this one is offline. Probably not going to survive another up smash, so Pixel Claw needs to be careful, but the forward air will catch the jump. The Crescent Moon Claw. And Pixel Claw evens it back up at 6-6. And that's already such a performance difference from her, able to set the tone of that match, and the little adaptations that we were looking for. The Tomahawk Flame Breath, the Flame Breath at ledge, using side B to break out a shield, not overcommitting with up Bs. So many adjustments were made in such a short period of time. Pixel Claw looks like a different player almost.
Yeah, it was subtle little adjustments make a huge difference. And just merely flame breathing at ledge to contest what is a pretty weak recovery on the side of Link. And then, like you said, there's landing these fares. There's other options too that if added to the game plan, like those up tilts underneath platforms, could really turn the tide in Pixel Claw's favor even more, but it, baby steps. And these slight adaptations we're seeing early, very, very good at a Pixel Claw.
And so I imagine Horus is going to be the pick from Central Washington, as they were the pick to go against Pixel Claw earlier in the last crew battle. And Horus had a very good performance against Pixel Claw, only losing 1 stock, I believe. That being said, the adjustments have come out from Pixel Claw. We've seen differences even in her game against Lacha there, where she was able to secure it without losing a stock and make some of those big adjustments to not give up so many free punishments. I'm really curious to see if those adjustments carry over to the game against Horus, now that there's a little bit of matchup experience and a little bit of player versus player experience on the board.
Yeah. Player versus player experience is like very super invaluable, because it's what normal Smash is based off of, playing, like going into a 3-game set, you get that first game, and then you can take that and apply to your second game. So this is really just game 2 against both these players. And you don't need to lose stocks, getting right into it.
And I think this is a must win if you're Horus. And honestly, preferably with a 2-stock advantage. If Pixel Claw is able to win this, or even bring it down to last stock, Central Washington has an absolute demon in Aaron staring down the barrel of the next match. So Horus, a lot of pressure on his shoulders right now to look good.
There comes the Flame Breath. That's going to build a lot of our Send damage. Sorry, a lot of our Send bar very, very fast. Sorry, jeez.
And that down air actually trading with the F smash. Now Arsene at the ledge, the forward smash coming out, but will not confirm. And a little bit of an early rip on the counter, but no punishment on the side of Pixel Claw, who probably could have gone for that Flame Breath, and a lot of down airs coming out. And this is kind of some of the habits that we saw Pixel Claw fall into in that first series, kind of really leaning on that up B, but the Flame Breath, again, in the Tomahawk grab, will kind of eliminate that Arsene, and the DI
That's gonna be a stock
on the side of Horus. Oh no!
Down and towards Bowser.
And the nightmare, it keeps getting worse. It keeps getting worse. Pixel Claw making the adjustments that we had to see out of her, confirming those stocks early. And Horus, the cleanliness, the clean play that we saw in the first place, we're seeing cracks in the armor. This Arsene could go huge, though. This Arsene could go huge. Calling out the jumps. This is so clean right now. So much damage.
There's a little up throw. Okay, what's going to be the follow-up? No, air. Double rolling fortress.
Ooh, nice. Tries to read the jump with... No way.
Oh!
No, it doesn't kill.
What an
honestly,
option select,
Horus
though.
is so lucky. so lucky. And honestly, no conversion off the back of that. Horus had no jump and no way to avoid a runoff forward air, but Pixel Claw just a little unwilling to pull the trigger, but a second stock loss. I talked about worst case scenario, and it's becoming best case scenario now, unfortunately, on the side of Central Washington.
Yeah, a good high recovery. That's gonna put a lot of damage on over time for Pixel Claw. Horus has to really go for a forward tilt there. Could have gotten a back throw to get off stage and really done a little better things there, but still off stage, keeping the pressure on.
This is so hard for Joker too, and we're seeing that kind of struggle for Joker. This 170%. Bowser has so many opportunities to take stocks from you. It can be so hard to take this last bit of the stock from a character so heavy, and it's just rage building and building and building.
Oh yeah, and Bowser with rage, one of the scariest things in this game.
No.
Oh wow.
And the Arsene is popped, and this is very, very bad, because now this Arsene will be less available on the next stock. That being said, cleaning it up quickly will give Horus a chance.
I like that right there. Sit on Angel.
Yeah.
Yep. I do that every single time. Sit on Angel platform, try and burn as much of that bar as you can, because Joker is a much different beast without it.
Yeah, there's no reason not to, honestly, unless you're really confident that you can get a combo off with the extra invincibility frames. But with how late Pixel Claw has been living, this 42% is no big deal at all, and that up air almost seals the deal. What a performance out of Pixel Claw. What a turnaround.
There are a lot of these like sort of drift in like full hops that I would love to see like
The DI, does he have it?
No!
Oh my god, somebody teach Horace how to DI that move, because that is not how. Holy, that move doesn't do that. This is bad. And so now North Dakota State has a 1-stock advantage. Pixel Claw has honestly looked incredible, taking 4 stocks up from 2. What a turnaround. What an adaptation from her. I can't commend it enough.
No, it's really impressive because they made use of everything in that case. There were a couple cases where I'm like, okay, if you're gonna just sort of drift in the command center stage, don't be afraid to throw because don't be afraid to throw in a back air when you're like really too close to the ledge. If you see your opponent even move an inch in your direction, like trying when they see you trying to force center stage, that back air is going to come out way faster than they expect. It's going to hit a lot harder as well. So, even with such an improvement, there's always room for more. And amazing job from Pixel Claw to adapt and really show like, hey, there's more to this Bowser than just some random down airs and Bowser bombs.
Yeah, and this is, I mean, a mountain and a half to climb for Pearlescent. Pearlescent were they almost 3-stocked by John Fox, now is staring down the barrel of what needs to be the performance of their life, taking a stock off of Pixel Claw and then taking 3 off of Eric to boot. It is a big ask for Central Washington right now.
Really, yeah, it's a mountain to climb, especially like getting right into it here. Back on the Bayonetta, and back to FD.
It's looking spicy. It's looking spicy. There's opportunities here to make this happen. Absolutely. Some big edge guards on both Pixel Claw and Eric could put Pearlescent in a position to win. Bowser is very comboable for Bayonetta, but the problem becomes the weight. Bayonetta has so much trouble killing, and Bowser lives for so long. No way.
Oh my, that would have been death though.
Yeah, that would have
been.
All right, big damage here. 62%, pretty good on the side of Pearlescent, but they are going to have to really worry about those down airs. Pixel Claw more than willing to let them rip. And I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, to see Pixel Claw try and go for the I'm taking you with me side B if she's able to take this stock. And she is. I mean, I'm sorry, Pearlescent. This is not good. This is really bad. And what needed to be a flawless stock turns into potentially just one loss.
3.
Nice, very nice. Not letting it get too bad. But it was bad before it even began, and now Pearlescent staring down the barrel of the #1 player in North Dakota, Aaron. It's feeling like a foregone conclusion, but I'll be darned if I don't love an underdog story.
We've seen situations like this also go completely flip-flop. Like we've seen in previous weeks, like, oh yeah, bygone conclusion, but then all of a sudden Herculean effort comes out of nowhere and like, no, more smash, no. But this is probably more of the former and less of the latter, because we're seeing down a stock against a character that is a very, let's just call a spade. It's a very rare character to face in any context of Smash, unless randoms for some reason. And they're like the #1 player in their state.
Yeah, and I think that's the tough part, because a lot of the players we see here are either kind of secluded to the collegiate league, or got their name and started in the collegiate league and then started branching out to more general tournaments and stuff like that. Aaron is a tried and true player. You know what I mean? Like, they are just comfortable in this tournament setting, as we've seen time and time again from them. And so it'll be hard to shake them, considering the amount of tournaments that they've been to, the amount of experience that they have, and the high level of play that they hold themselves to.
Yeah, Aaron, been there, done that, seen it at a high level, online, offline, however which way you want to shake it. And now, looking into this, they got 2 stocks to take off of Bayonetta before they can call it a night and do whatever you do in North Dakota.
That being said, and I have to say it, Bayonetta is a character that can make these dream runs happen. It is very, very possible. By no means is this impossible. A big edge guard going the way of Pearlescent, a big 0 to death because, you know, they caught on to Aaron's SDI, could go the way of Pearlescent. This is not impossible by any means, but it needs a lot to go right, and Aaron already putting on the pressure.
You almost need like an offstage, like witch time spike, something really to get Twitter going.
Yeah, we need a clip. We need a clip to get this to even.
Oh, here we go. Tornado. Every time that tornado lands, I'm like, oh my gosh, what a call out.
And this is something that's so good about this loadout for me, Sword Fighter, is Aaron is actually able to really slow the pace of the game down a lot with those neutral Bs, with those side Bs, and just make the game kind of flow at their pace. And that's how you secure wins in situations like this. You make sure you're always in control, and in control they are. What would have been a close game with 3 stocks is not at all because of the stock deficit, and Pearlescent needs to make something huge happen.
Yeah, just patience from both sides at this point.
Ooh.
There's the witch time. There's the F smash. Not going to even it up just yet. Gun not landing either. Oh my gosh. Oh, now just kind of fishing for these back airs. Got to be careful. Oh, rolling into it there.
And that is so unfortunate. Think about how differently this game could have been had that forward smash killed. It would have given Pearlescent a chance to put themselves back in it. But Aaron, the DI is there on the forward smash. They will survive. And now 130% is ripe for the killing on the side of North Dakota State. Aaron just has to secure.
Is forward throw going to do it?
No, not quite.
Just yet.
The jump is used.
Back air.
What?
No back air either.
Pearlescent is doing an amazing job of staying alive. Aaron at 160%, but Pearlescent hasn't died. But they were at 130 for so long, but the up tilt will secure it, and the back air comes out. But this is the problem. You started a stock down, and even though the game has been even though you've been performing so well, it remains a stock difference. Oh my god, this is
the
bad.
lingering chakram did so much. Oh, on the rebound too?
Aaron's going for the cute stuff now. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. Aaron's going for the stuff that only like the dark arts of the Sword Fighter.
Yeah, it's the things where you're like, oh yeah, Aaron's played this character for a while, huh? Being said, the damage is coming out from Pearlescent. Oh, the air dodge. Forward air will send Pearlescent off stage, 94%, and that by all means should have been it, because Aaron had the read, had the play, just didn't pull the trigger correctly. That could have been an F smash.
Oh, forward throw, here it is, shot.
Looking for this back air.
Ooh.
Dude, Pearlescent is doing such a good job of avoiding back air. That is one of the Sword Fighter's main kill moves, and no jump here is a chance, but not converted on the side of Pearlescent. This grab is so good, and the jump used. Is that it? It is. No, it's not.
Still made it back.
How far does that go? Why is it so good?
Further than I expected, but there's the up air.
And such a valiant effort from the side of Pearlescent. If that had been an even game to start, if they had not lost the stock to Pixel Claw, that could have been so close. But Aaron able to convert even on a very, very hot Pearlescent. And that means North Dakota State is going to finish with a 2-0 lead over Central Washington and extend their lead even further. I mean, an incredible performance from them.
And now I believe they moved to 6-0 on the season, which really they keep their perfect season alive.
Yeah, that's a great way to secure your spot in playoffs. And so we're gonna have an interview with the winner coming up right after this break. So don't go anywhere, guys, because we'll be right back.
Welcome back, everybody, to NACE Star League. I am Max Moose, once again joined by Nurse. And if you missed it, you missed North Dakota State continuing on their perfect season, securing a spot in the playoffs and being 6-0, and on the backs of a very amazing effort from the person we are interviewing, Aaron.
What's up, guys?
What's up, Aaron?
How are you doing today?
Good. How about y'all?
I'm good. Honestly, I think the first question for me, at the very least, has to be is what a performance today out of John Fox. Is that guy went crazy?
He's right here. He's right here.
Jake Fox.
He's right here.
You went crazy.
This guy. We always tell me over here. We always say the joke in our scene is that we always just say Jake Fox really rocks. So every time he gets a stock, I'm just looking at him like, Jake, you really rock, man. You really rock, Jake.
I think
I was rocking the house.
Yeah, he was great.
That's what we were thinking too. We were like, Jake Fox kind of rocks, man.
Jake Fox does really rock.
The only question I really have, well, also congratulations on the excellent win as well, is your character choice. How do you feel in this format where it's one player after another, where you can do research on like who they play, you don't always find it, being one of the few me sword fighter mains that exist on this planet, what benefits do you have with bringing such a rarely seen character to this format? Like, you see it as a benefit to just matchup check people randomly? Like, nobody really who expects up air to kill like that, really?
Yeah, I mean, playing me sword in crew battles it's a kind of a blessing and a curse, because sometimes you get the really weird matchups where you want to switch movesets. So like if they sent a Mega Man against me, it was over. I lost. I have a special moveset for like characters like that. Like, the only thing that's similar between my Mega Man set and the set I ran today was the up B. Everything else is different. That's the only kind of disadvantage. However, I think Musword's a great crew battle character. Obviously, you have the matchup and experience thing. And then I think just, at least the way I play them, I think I have a very explosive punish game, to where I can, I always think about it, one open up and you win. One open up and you get the stock. So that's kind of like the mentality I think you need to have in a crew battle, where you only have a set amount of stocks and your goal is to take as many stocks as possible.
I think that's interesting. And I think the last question out of me is, we saw in particular from Pixel Claw a really big shift from that first crew battle into the second one, where she made a couple of really key adaptations that had kind of staggering results compared to how they went in the first crew battle, taking way more stocks and looking way better against Horus. What kind of happened between crew battles to allow those adaptations to come in and have them look so good?
I think part of it with her is just like kind of trying to get used to the whole competitive format. She's actually like a relatively new competitive player. I think, how long has it been? Like, since you started competitive when we started the season pretty much.
Yes, when we started the season.
Yeah, so it's been like,
I've been playing for like 10 years.
yeah, it's been like 3 months
Yeah.
since she's played like competitive. So, she just kind of, I think it was just kind of like a little bit of nerves, a little bit of calm down, get situated, set in. But no, she's been getting better every week. It's really fun watching her get better every week.
That is awesome. And so I think that's going to be it from the side of us. But if you have anyone to shout out before we let you go, feel free to do it right now.
I don't know if I got any shout outs. I want to shout out the team here. I think we did really good. I think we'll go with that one. Everyone here, they did a great job this season. I think we did phenomenally, especially for our first season ever competing like this. Everyone did great, from our varsity to our JV, who's doing solid. I'm kind of excited to go to P&W in a couple weeks, so shout out to them. I love P&W.
Yeah.
Major
you already
upset.
know it. You already
Going
know
to
it.
major upset, yeah. That's gonna be so much fun. I'm so excited to see everybody there. So those are very valuable friends to me that I got when I was very lucky to go to Smash World Tour in 2021. Yeah. So I really appreciate all those people. So I think those are my shout outs.
That is awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I hope to see you at Battle BC, because I will certainly be there. So make it out, Aaron. I know you want to go. I know you want to go.
I need a passport. Of course I want to go.
We'll work on the passport. Hopefully we'll see you there. I know we'll see more of you throughout this NACE Star League season. Thank you so much for joining us, Aaron.
Thank you guys for doing a good job commentating as well. Appreciate it.
And with that, week 6 of league play for the NACE Star League comes to a close. A 2-0 victory on both sides of things, and leads extended as the playoff season looms. But guys, you have to remember, there's more Smash on the horizon. Next week, we will be back at the same time, at the same place. Until then, I have been Nurse, and I have been joined by Maximus. We can't wait to see you guys there.